the floor.
So they did, they did up to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Just to see how much stuff would be put on there. Actually, they did it up to 30 seconds, maybe even a minute. Now, so they looked at all the microbes and different things that would get on something after a minute, all the way up to 0 seconds.
Yeah, it reminds me of this buddy I went to high school with. His name was, we called him Augie, and he would just like eat stuff that he found like in the halls of school,
gross,
like, on the floor, whether it be like M&Ms. Who knows how long they had been there? I mean, he didn't actually even see them get dropped.
Well, viewers were revolted over the results, with one saying, never eating food from the floor again. This person says, no, I live by the 5-second rule.
Yeah. I mean,
microbes provided extra flavor.
Oh, man. The other day, my chick had some peanut butter M&Ms, and I accidentally like spilt them in the bed all over like the dog's blanket. And so I'm trying to like put the peanut butter M&Ms like back in the bag before she yells at me.
Yeah.
And then, she comes back in the room, she starts eating them, and she has like all this like dog hair. It's like, what the hell?
Man, that's yummy.
She was so pissed.
That's hilarious.
Like, how did all this dog hair get in the M&M bag?
Fleas and ticks all over it.
Well, sorry about that. You can't have anything ever.
There's this lady, and she believes that she was abducted by an alien. Her name is Maria.
All right.
And she believes that she was impregnated by aliens, and she's offering physical proof.
I mean, I'd like to see it.
She claims that it was about 3 a.m. It was peaceful. Her husband was sound asleep. Her eyes were suddenly drawn to a white light that seemed to radiate from the bedroom ceiling.
Yeah.
She's a piano teacher.
Okay.
Then she said what she claims happened next would change her life forever and bring her face to face with the boy she believed is her long-lost son, Elijah, a half-human, half-alien child.
Oh.
She is one of the many Americans who claim to have been abducted by an alien.
It's been a while since we've had like an alien abduction pregnancy story.
Several thousand to 3.7 million, according to a controversial study. Dismissed as false by some psychologists. Now, her experience in 1992 was vivid. As she gazed at the white light flooding her room, she claimed her body became paralyzed. Then something surreal happened. She felt energy surge through her body like electricity. Claimed she was lifted into the sky. The next thing she remembers is she's standing on some kind of spaceship aircraft, surrounded by tall beings in robes.
Yeah.
All I know is they instructed her to look at a large glass window, what appeared to be a spaceship.
All right. I mean, maybe.
And then I guess, they wanted to mate with her.
Yeah.
And then they sent her back to Earth.
Well, that's what they used to do from all the stories, It used to be like all probing and, I don't know if I ever heard an impregnation one, but.
Yeah, she claims that she gave birth to a half-human, half-alien son.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm still waiting on
I don't know
proof.
how to prove. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Again, I love when people are like, I have proof, and then their proof is not actually proof.
Well, researchers surveyed 6,000 American adults.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked them, what they experienced.
Yeah.
And they were very similar. Waking up paralyzed with a sense of a strange person or something else in the room, experiencing a period of time of an hour or more in which you were apparently lost, feeling that you were actually flying through the air, seeing unusual lights or balls of light in the room, finding puzzling scars on your body, and neither you or anyone else remembers you receiving them. The team concluded the respondents who reported having 4 out of these 5 experiences were considered probable abductees.
So they're saying this probably happened.
That it's possible that it could have happened.
Again, been a while since I've had a good old alien abduction story like in the news, but I guess I think alien abduction thing, it's just one of those things where until it happens to you, it's going to be really hard to believe.
I don't believe it.
Like, it just sounds crazy
I
town.
don't believe that there's some little creature, a little space
But
creature coming down. And why is it all? I mean, I was just shocked that it wasn't in the trailer parks.
yeah, that's where it used to be, big time.
You know how serial killers will kill prostitutes because nobody's gonna, they don't have family a lot of times,
and then when
nobody's gonna report them missing.
Yeah, when you do, it's like, oh, what did they do? Well, they were a prostitute. Oh, okay, there you go.
So maybe they didn't investigate it as much. I'm not sure.
Oh
but
no,
a lot of
they bear. I think that's been proven, and that's like those are just facts.
So that's why the serial killers would go for them.
Yes,
and so I thought similar. Maybe that's why aliens would go to the trailer park.
Because who believes somebody out of the trailer
Right,
park?
you see them in a trailer park, and they're going, "Man, this alien came down.
Right,
check my butt out," and then we're all like, "Sure, it did."
Yeah. But it does sound just as crazy, even if a person's like in a gated community. You're like, oh yeah, well that person
seems a little bit more believable.
I don't know. Any person that is just like, I got abducted by an alien, I just can't ever see myself believing. And that if it really happens, that obviously sucks because they're like, hey, I'm telling the truth, but it's like, no, you're not. It's like maybe they are. I don't know.
So you know how Megan Fox just gave birth?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's right. I guess she did.
Yeah, she gave birth to MGK's baby, Machine Gun Kelly. Well, UFC's Colby Covington claims that Megan Fox has slid into his DMs, and he has proof.
Colby Covington? I mean, I haven't seen this guy win a fight in probably like 7 years. I mean, I don't even know. Every time I swear, every time I see him fight, he gets beat up. But this guy stays like polarizing. Like he got into he was
he does
got into it with
outbursts.
Patty Pimblett after Patty beat the hell out of Michael Chandler this weekend, and it was like Colby was right there in the news. He's in the news now for saying Megan Fox is sliding in his DMs.
Well, he says
Megan Fox of like her and MGK like aren't together, right? Like didn't they break
they're
up?
not.
Yeah, so
it's
Colby possible.
Says he got a DM from her saying, "You're my favorite UFC bad guy." He explained that he thought she was the baddest bee before the incident. My whole life, the baddest bee was always Megan Fox.
I mean, Megan Fox had her time where she was, the crown was hers. There's no doubt about it.
Colby said, he went from bleeping idolizing her, thinking she's beautiful. She's in my DMs first. He went on to show a thread of messages on his phone.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe she was. She does go to quite a few of those UFC fights.
She says, "Rooting for you tonight," Megan Fox allegedly wrote to him. "You're my favorite UFC bad guy."
Didn't see that one coming. Then again, I don't know, anything that happens with Megan Fox is kind of odd. She's kind of an odd girl. Colby Covington, I mean, he's whatever. He's a weird dude. Not a great fighter either.
Well, and it even says, apparently, she said, "You're so funny and talented. You deserve to be a superstar."
See, I don't know if he's that. I mean, he does a shtick. He's like a wrestler, is what he is. Like, I don't believe anything he says because he's really just putting on a shtick. He's doing a playbook, but it comes off shticky.
Yeah.
But I mean, who am I to say anything? Well, Megan Fox is sliding in his damn DMs.
There's this WWE wrestler. Her name is Liv Morgan. I don't know if you know who she is.
Yeah, of course.
She said that a lot of celebrities have slid into her DMs, and she ignores them.
That's good for her.
Yeah, she ignores all of them. I think she's got a farm and a dude.
Well, I think like that's what celebrities, from my understanding, that's what they do, is they just kind of get slimy.
Well,
when they're a celebrity, they try to,
look at our Nard.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Derek goes up to the hospital yesterday. Nard hasn't had his phone. He hasn't texted me back once.
No.
I was gonna go visit him, but I didn't get a text back. I was like, okay, well, maybe he's sleeping. I don't want to bug him.
Yeah.
But he's got like 14 girls showed up to the hospital yesterday.
It was crazy.
While Derek was there was no less than 9 women going in and out.
I had to fight through all these women to get into his room. Like, what are you girls doing? And then there's all these girls there, and I'm the one that has to help him pee.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm like,
weird.
You guys are the ones that are always messing with him with this thing.
And they're always sliding into Nard's DMs.
Man, I think the pancreatic, I think it might have took some of his wiener too.
Oh, you're saying you saw it
Tiny.
yesterday as tiny?
Tiny, bro. Tiny.
Okay.
He's back to like tiny Nard.
Okay, so he has got a very small penis.
I don't know if it's because he's bloated, and so it's like, you know.
I
and
think that's
taken
probably
away.
how his penis has always been.
Yeah, but I mean, it looked like he was like, I don't know, peeing from inside. I don't know. It was crazy. It was crazy, bro.
You're saying that
it was like
it was an innie.
Yeah. There was no hang time.
That's probably why he wanted you to do it and didn't want the girls to do it, because
absolutely, because I've seen it like that before.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking that the Ozempic might have killed his wiener.
Something did. Maybe it comes back after his pancreas is not inflamed. I don't know. But yesterday, I mean, he had tiny weenie.
How does he even? I'm surprised he doesn't. Well, no wonder. He always says he sits when he pees.
He does. Yeah. And he was trying to pee laying straight on his back. You know what I mean? Imagine like if a weenie doesn't have any kind of and it's just like this, basically. It was, bro, he peed all over himself.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was. It was awful.
You know how people play, I got your nose, and you put your thumb between your, that's got to be what his wiener looked like, right?
100%. 100%.
I got your nose, that's got to be his wiener. 100%. All right, quick break. We'll be back.
Back to the Billy Madison Show.
You know, Nard's ex, the unicorn princess.
Yeah.
She posted that it could be, this was on X. She was saying that it could be syphilis, hepatitis, and pancreatitis.
Oh. So it
Yeah.
Could, oh, wow. So it could be syphilis.
Yeah. It could be syphilis, hepatitis, combined with the Monster energy drinks,
Yeah.
combined with the Ozempic. I mean, it was the perfect recipe just to ruin Nard's body.
Perfect storm.
Perfect storm. All that random sex.
Mm-hmm. Lots of random sex. There's no doubt about that.
What a dirty, dirty man he is.
Yeah.
Ladies, shame on you. Shame on you.
He's definitely not talking to us about that. He's downplaying that, if you will.
Yeah, what a dirty boy.
He is. He's a very dirty boy.
Although
The girl yesterday that I met, I don't know if he's dating her or what, but like she's a very nice girl.
Here's my question. If he's got that little a wiener,
yeah.
What I mean, and he's got no personality, then what do they like about him?
Bro, girls like little wiener. Like, we've learned this.
Well, okay, I lost the audio. Maybe you can find it.
Okay.
But I thought I saved it yesterday, and then I went back. Sometimes, the whatever, Microsoft Word will just delete something.
Yeah.
But it was this, they asked this woman, they're like, hey, what's the perfect size? And she was like, well, I'm saving myself for marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I can't answer that because I've never been with anybody.
Right.
And then he said, all right, so what if you meet a guy and, you get married? She goes, well, I'm not going to have sex until I get married. And if he has a big one, that'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, but what if he's got a small one? She goes, well, we'll have to work with it. We'll have to find other things that, we'll just have to get creative.
Yeah.
She goes, I wouldn't leave him.
Yeah.
Right? That she would figure out other ways.
Yeah. I don't think girls, I mean, some do. It just all depends.
Man, I always thought the women just chase the big ones, right?
No.
When you go fishing,
Mm-hmm.
you catch a fish, you're like, oh, that's too small. You throw it back. You keep fishing until you get a big one.
Right. You're actually like, a lot of times I feel like you're not even allowed to get the little ones because they're like, hey, you're going to ruin, let these things grow. And,
I thought that's how women were.
fish.
I thought women, they would get a little one. They'd be like, no, I can't do anything with that. Throw it back.
Yeah, that's not one to be with.
And then go back out until you find one that's, decent size.
Yep.
That's what I thought you guys did. But now Nard's got 24 women. And this dude's got, he has a tiny, tiny wiener.
He does.
And now he's got all these women chasing after a tiny thing.
I've seen it.
Gosh.
I had to handle it. That's probably why they're calling me his partner up there.
Oh, I'm sure they saw his wiener.
Yeah. I mean, that nurse straight up was like, his partner. And I'm like, his what? That's a true story.
Yeah, I believe it.
I was like, what? I'm like, what? I'm not his partner. They were like, oh, I thought that's what you were. Okay.
Well, those energy drinks and that Ozempic cannot help his wiener out.
Yeah. I guess they were probably just like confused because he has like women coming to see him, but then, he's telling the nurse to like tell me what needs to be told, like I'm handling his stuff.
Probably. And they just
so
think
like,
that these are.
look at these couple of gay guys in their what did they used to call them, like fruit flies or something like that?
Yes.
You know, where girls would, they would have gay guy friends or whatever.
Yes.
That's probably what they think.
They probably thought that girl yesterday was a fruit fly.
Yeah. That's what they probably did. And me and Nard are in there just doing it.
Did they, when you were in there, were they trying to give you guys privacy?
I mean, definitely. I would leave the door open. They would close it. So I don't know. It was weird.
It's very interesting, though. I mean, Nard lives a very scandalous life.
I mean, he
was Ratchet before Ratchet was a thing.
He was. And he's carrying on with it. He's a little old for it, though.
He is. To have all these ladies, though.
I mean, he's doing this like he's like, like he's 20.
You would think this dude was Zac Efron.
You would think. He I don't know.
But he's Nard, no wiener, and he's got all these women.
Nard, no cash, no wiener. Literally, I mean, he brings nothing to the table.
Yeah, he does. He brings debt.
Yeah.
He brings no wiener.
He brings being worried 24. Yeah, he brings stress.
Right. He brings he has his hand out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a great guy.
He's not gonna help you with anything.
Nope.
But you better help him with everything.
It's gonna be a one-way relationship.
And
that's
he's got all these women that are like, Nard.
I just don't get it.
Nard.
Is it the show? It's gotta be the show. It has to be the show.
Oh no, it's his game, bro.
Come on. It's gotta be the show, because before he was back on the show, he had none.
He had nothing, yeah.
Nothing.
No, for sure. The show is definitely helping him talk to ladies, that's for sure. I don't know how many of these women that he's romantic with. I don't know. He could be romantic with all of them, maybe none of them, but he's definitely texting them.
Well, I remember he was hammered one time, saying, I'm just looking for a mom because my mom's gone.
Yeah.
So that's what he's looking for. He's looking for.
That's what the girl yesterday kind of felt like. She kind of felt
woman
like motherly to him.
Take place of his mother.
Yeah.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, man, I think the thing you got to worry about is Nard getting hooked on these IV drugs.
Oh, I know. Me and Derek were talking about that. He's totally going to be a pain pill abuser.
Bro, he was perked out yesterday.
Yeah, that's going to be the next thing.
Yeah.
He's going to get an ulcer.
He might be faking it just to stay in there,
No, I here's what I think. I think he probably has to take a crap. And now he's on all these meds and he can't poop.
Yeah.
He can barely pee.
So they're going to have to extract the poop. I bet they will.
I'm sure they will.
I bet they make him poop before he leaves.
Yeah, I don't think he's made a bowel movement.
They usually do that.
A lot of times. They probably have to check his poop for parasites or whatever.
So we'll see if he even gets out.
Even his poop has STDs.
Oh, gross. That would be rowdy.
You got to take that glizzy out first.
Yeah. Hot dog did it. Hot dog.
I love that a hot dog took him down.
That was the last meal he had.
He's like, I had a hot dog, and next thing you know, I was down. You couldn't write that.
All I know is that his ride to the first ER, every bump he hit, he farted.
Yeah.
And he went, ah.
No, when he's awake, he won't stop moaning. He's even moaning in his sleep, if I'm being honest.
No, it's incredibly painful.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Oh, yeah. Poor guy.
There was this duck is disabled from sex gone wrong. Now waddles in a wheelchair, but his mate died.
Oh, his mate? Okay.
A duck. So this duck was mating, and then I guess they did it wrong or something.
Uh-huh.
And now this duck is handicapped and is stuck in a wheelchair. I'm talking about a duck, quack, quack.
Yeah. Like an actual duck.
Yeah, a duck disabled from sex gone wrong. Now gets about in a specially designed wheelchair.
That's pretty cool that people love that duck so much they made him a wheelchair.
But the person that he was having sex with, the duck, whatever in duck world is, died.
Oh,
from the sex.
God dang, dude.
Yeah.
Don't they? I mean,
I don't know. This little duck gets a little bit of a charmer, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, this duck killed another duck during sex.
During sex, yes. That was wild to me that it happens in the animal kingdom too.
Yeah, that is crazy.
A woman who married a river issues a statement. I got that. I got to tell you what this OnlyFans star reveals that she'll never do in the bedroom. One thing. We'll get to that next.
to the Billy Madison Show. Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Good morning. Welcome. Billy Madison Show. Let's see what's coming up for you. What do we have? You know that Weezer bassist? Remember how his wife got shot?
Yep.
And then he went on to Coachella and just performed? Well, apparently, she had an eerie friendship with a notorious serial killer before being accused of attempted murder.
Oh, okay.
So
That's a fun
she might have
fact.
been like a little bit of a pen pal with this guy. So I'm just curious if anybody, I looked it up.
Yeah.
And a shocking number of husbands have caught their wives communicating with prisoners,
It's true.
with, sending letters,
With
spraying
like
it with
serial
perfume,
killers.
sending their panties, even though those usually get taken.
They
don't,
do,
they don't
yeah.
let the prisoners have it because they go through all the mail.
Mhm.
But the things they try to get in,
Yep.
nude photos,
All the time.
all sorts of stuff. And these are married women that are communicating with prisoners.
Yeah.
So coming up, I want to take calls. If anybody's ever caught their wife or their woman communicating with a prisoner.
But they say like the serial killers and stuff like that, like they get the most, I don't know if you want to call it fan mail, but they get the most mail out of any prisoners.
I believe it.
And it's just like, what?
People are very interested
Who
in
the hell is like messaging a serial killer?
Well, there's I don't know. I think I did some research on this a
Yeah.
while back. So I was like, man, that's so weird. Why would they like that? And it's something to do with power
Yeah.
and mystery.
Okay.
Some women are just intoxicated by it, by that kind of power that you're a serial killer, right? They're intoxicated by that type of power.
But like girls, like ladies, like you have to be like, hey, there's just something wrong with us. I mean, like if you guys have to be like, man, girls are just not wired correctly. If there's even the amount of you that are like not intimidated or whatever, but you're turned on by a serial killer is insane.
And imagine being
insane.
a married woman. You got this hardworking dude that goes to work
Right,
every day, and
right.
behind his back, you're now communicating with prisoners.
Oh my God. I can't. I mean, the only thing worse would be to catch her like actually doing it with another guy, but that's right up there. I mean, it to me, it would probably feel the same to see her being a pen pal to a just complete psychopath, to anybody, to any man, if she was writing letters to him.
There's a term for it. It's hybristophilia.
Oh, okay.
It's a complex topic with various potential explanations. While it's crucial to avoid generalizations and acknowledge that not all women are attracted to this type of individual,
Right.
some psychological and sociological factors may contribute to this attraction. Evolutionary psychology, the taming fantasy. Women want to tame him like a wild horse.
Oh, yeah. He used to kill people, but now he doesn't do that. Do you, Gary?
They think that they have what it takes to nurture and rehabilitate that person.
It's, yeah. No, it's,
Some personality types may be more prone to being drawn to the dark side. So some women get a thrill out of being, I guess with somebody that they would say is on the dark side.
but like, how do you marry that? As a guy, how do you get it that wrong? Where you're like, man, there was just no signs there, buddy. Like you married the girl that writes letters to the serial killer. Like,
Yeah, it says here the riskiness
Nothing?
involved with dating a criminal, the desire to tame or fix them, and the primitive instincts based on evolutionary psychology. What attracts women to serial killers? They have done lots of research. There's a whole TikTok on it.
they don't even know.
They have, generalizations as to why a woman would be turned on by that.
I mean, you would think that would be like the thing that turns you off right away. Like, oh, this guy's a serial killer. Oh God, okay.
Yeah,
Turn them off.
There's it involves sexual interest in and an attraction to those that commit crimes.
Right.
Some people call it the Bonnie and Clyde syndrome.
But a serial killer to me, though, isn't like this. I get the bad boy thing. Whatever. You want to live a little dangerous. So maybe a prisoner is like your thing. A guy, a drug dealer or something. A serial killer? Like, that's not a bad boy. Like, that's a different category.
Yeah, some women are attracted to this, so I'll get to that coming up.
All right.
There's this woman who married a river, issues statement on the health of the relationship 2 years later.
Yeah. I just wonder, like, does she, I don't know.
Well, a wild swimmer married the river Avon, despite it being polluted with sewage.
Oh, sick.
And it leaves her and her friends smelling like human poop.
Oh, my God. What the?
A woman who married a river
the
in a
hell?
bid to protect it from pollution says it's wedded bliss apart from when she broke her leg swimming in it.
Oh, okay.
Meg, that's the lady's name,
Meg.
was blessed in holy matrimony with the filthy, vomit-inducing river.
The fact that it has all kinds of waste in the river.
She's never been happier. They're still in the honeymoon period. She's still obsessed with the river.
Like, when you said that story, like, going to break, like, my head, I just imagined, I imagined a nice, beautiful, clean river just flowing.
No, it smells like poop.
Yeah. It has, like, known waste in it. Like, disgusting.
She wakes up thinking about the river. The river's her life. Her whole life is shaped around this river. She's always thinking about it when she can spend time with the river.
Yep.
And she says,
So she doesn't even see it every day.
we all have a relationship to the water, but for me, it's a wifely sense. I think we've got a pretty strong connection and commitment to each other.
Yeah, I mean,
Meg tied the knot with the poop. The whole thing is filled with poop.
Yeah.
The whole
basically
river.
just like, where they dump all their waste.
There's
Whatever
this,
country this is in.
it's in England.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's an English lady.
Wow.
Loves the river.
Yeah, that's
She doesn't mind smelling like poop. She'll just swim in it. Broke her leg in it.
got to be one of the only ones to swim in a poop river.
There's this OnlyFans lady. Her name is Lily Phillips. She's in the news constantly. Did you see the Bonnie Blue? It's like her ops.
Yes.
Bonnie Blue was
Yeah.
at Coachella and got treated like an A-list celebrity.
Which is crazy.
This is a woman that did 1,057
Yep.
dudes in 12 hours, and now she was at Coachella treated like an A-lister.
Yeah, no, she was. I mean, she might have. She probably should have headlined Coachella.
People were so excited to see her and meet her.
Did you also see the funny thing about Coachella is that like 60% of everybody that attended Coachella is on a payment plan for like Coachella tickets? Like 60% of the people that went bought their tickets using a, buy now, pay later method.
Jeez.
Yeah. Which, I mean, Coachella is one of those ones where, yeah, all right, I get it. It's a big festival.
This OnlyFans star, her name is Lily Phillips, and she says there's one thing she won't do in the bedroom.
Mm.
She's done all sorts of things.
There's
She's
one
also
thing, though.
she's also come out and said that, a bigger one is better. She
Oh,
said
okay.
all different kinds. And
She's not playing games
she
about
does
the
not
little.
play
Get
games.
the little ones out of my face.
No, she says the big ones are the better ones.
Yeah, okay. I believe her.
And there's one thing that she will never do in the bedroom,
Mhm.
and that is kiss.
That's not what I was expecting.
I won't
you to
do
say.
any kissing.
I thought you were going to say back door for sure.
No, she wanted to break the world record for most backdoor.
Oh, so she's really into back door.
The star explained that kissing can make you ill, and that she believes it's safer to perform a bleep the bleep or
Mhm.
have full on sex than it is kissing.
Kissing's the most dangerous thing you could do.
That's the most intimate thing she says that you do
intimate.
with somebody.
Intimate, my bad.
Yeah, and she says dangerous as well, Derek.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's I just wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, she participated in a 50-man backdoor challenge.
50 dudes
If you recall,
at the
she
back
had a
door?
friend that was also doing it, and that lady ended up in the hospital because she ruined her back door.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is foul.
Yeah, no, this is all nasty.
Like the fact she had her friend
Yeah, she had a friend do the 50-guy backdoor challenge.
and was taken to the hospital.
Yeah, she had to go to the hospital because she hurt herself.
And at the hospital, they get to the hospital and they're like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Well, I tried to do the 50 guy challenge." Like, what?
You know how that?
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I don't know why anybody would want to do that.
Especially with that one, because you really can wear that part out.
You can't.
Like, and then it doesn't work.
That one's only supposed to be for special occasions.
Yeah. Right. That's why you probably don't take on 50. Holy crap.
That's what this girl did.
That is
that also, that would, who wants to watch that? That's another thing.
That's a big category.
Yuck.
That's a huge category.
Now she is sleeping with,
Who would have thought though that kissing would be the one thing she doesn't do in the bedroom?
She doesn't do, and you know how many people are like, yeah, I don't do that either.
I get it. That's fine. But for the girl to be like, they did the 50 backdoor guy challenge, for her to be like, you know, the one thing I won't do in the bedroom is kiss. Like, okay, lady, like maybe
doing that.
Maybe you should sneak in a couple smooches there. You know, it might be I don't know.
They interviewed a bunch of girls that were on Tinder and they had hooked up with several dudes and they were like, so what's the one thing you didn't do? And she's like, oh, I didn't kiss.
Okay.
I'm saving kisses for my husband.
Everything else, though, they did.
I was like, well, you're saving the kisses for your husband?
Husband doesn't want the kisses? Well, he probably does, but I don't know. You're saving them for...
She's saving all the kisses for her husband. That's what one girl said that was on Tinder. She goes, no, I get my needs met, but I'm saving kisses for my husband. There's got to be something for him.
Ladies, it's a little... Guys are going to find it a little less rude. Like if you know, in your past, when you've been with guys, if you kissed them, you know, if you just hooked up with them, like if you're like, oh, how many, you know, whatever, you go down her list and you're talking about guys she's been with, and then it's like, oh yeah, but don't worry, I never kissed these guys. I just bleeped their bleep and they did this to me.
That's a worse kiss.
That's worse.
That's a way worse kiss.
Because it's like, okay, wow, and you like he didn't even kiss you, like he just used you up, huh? And didn't even give you a smooch.
There was no love and tenderness in that.
Yeah, at all.
Well, this woman, this Lily Phillips, has slept with 100 men in a single night.
Damn,
it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Also, her latest stunt is seducing elderly men in nursing homes.
Oh, that's her gimmick.
That's her new one that she's been doing. So
God,
she likes to do that.
If imagine you're in a nursing home and it's just like jackpot. I mean, that would have to be what a glorious day.
23-year-old woman.
Yes.
Rolling in there. She's like, hey, I'm going to do all you old dudes.
You'd have to be like, man, this has got to be a porn. Turns out it is.
Or you think you're dead.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Died.
You're like, damn, I really did die last night.
Heaven's weird.
Uh-huh. Heaven's weird. No, heaven's exactly what I wanted it to be.
Ben Affleck, I don't know if you guys know him. He's an actor.
He's a huge
He played
actor.
Batman. He was just married to Jennifer Lopez. They got a divorce. And the one thing that I think a lot of people can relate to, what he said, is that he had a flirting confession.
Uh-oh.
And his confession is that, you know, after the divorce, he kind of flirted weird. I think there's so many men. Yes, his flirting skills could use some work because he was in a marriage. And these guys, they get a divorce and they're like, man, I got to brush up on my flirting skills because you forget.
Yeah.
But here's another thing. The reason that your marriage might have died is because you stopped flirting.
That's a good point.
So if you notice your flirting skills were really bad or you've gotten bad at flirting, that could be one of the reasons why your marriage is kind of ass.
Yep.
Because they say you still have to flirt with your wife.
Yeah, no, I flirt awful. Like, you know, I'll pull her hair or I'll be like, what are you doing, fat ass?
No, you'll fart on her.
Yeah, no, I bully her. And then she'll get really pissed. And I'll be like, what are you mad about? Like, I'm just flirting with you. Like, what do you... she's like, you have no idea how to flirt. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I don't.
No, even Ben Affleck says he doesn't, you know, he's just lost all his flirting skills. He's going to have to brush up on his flirting skills.
Some guys are terrible. But then also, like, you know, I look at Nard, who's a single guy, and his flirting skills are creepy. But he gets women, so I don't know.
No, his flirting skills are predatory.
Oh, my God, dude. They're so weird.
But you know? I don't know how you ladies like them.
And he gets, like, real sexual real fast.
I don't get it.
I don't get how it works, but it does.
I don't. Yep, we need to get Nard on that show. Love on the Rectum.
Okay, I love that. It's a good idea.
Anybody catch their wife, or I guess even husband, talking to a prisoner? 1-855 FU Billy. We'll get to it next.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
This is a nasty song.
Anything with
Golly.
Sexy Red's nasty.
Oh yeah, so nasty.
Well, I mean, I say that with love.
Yeah, I know
I
you
love
love
Sexy
Sexy Red. It's just a nasty song. I can't believe Bruno Mars. Right? What a nasty
Mars
dude
is
himself.
nasty. What are
Yeah,
you
what a
talking about?
nasty man himself.
He is.
But he hides it, at least.
He used to try, but like he's so in debt, it's insane.
What's wild is that she really wants people to suck on her toes.
Yeah, he does.
Like women
yeah.
love that. We really need to get into that sometime because Sexy Red says, "Suck on my toes."
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
something that women want. They want you to suck on their toes. I don't know if I could do that.
Oh man, I don't. Yeah, I think all women like that.
I don't know. I would love to ask that question. I tell you what, I'll put that on ice.
Mm-hmm.
Give me about, I don't know, 40 minutes, and I'll ask, do women want their toes licked on?
They do. Facts.
So a Weezer bassist, this Scott guy, his wife had an altercation. I guess there was like some strange dude that was in her yard.
Yeah.
And he was running around. So she went out there with a gun. And then there was a standoff with the cops. There's reports that she might have fired her gun. And then the cops shot her in the shoulder. She's hospitalized. But he still had to go to Coachella. So he's like, hey, yeah, wife, she's fine. We're going to Coachella. See you guys there. Because Weezer was performing.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't got an update on his wife. I think his wife was still either in the hospital or she's being charged with attempted murder.
I mean, if it was on her property, it's just, I don't know.
But there was a story. Eerie friendship with notorious serial killer before being accused of attempted murder. So I don't know if there were problems in their marriage or not, but she's facing attempted murder charges. And she's no stranger to the darker side of life. The author struck up a friendship with a notorious serial killer that was so close, she claimed his remains when he died.
Okay. Like that's a little too close.
She had an intense friendship with this guy named Samuel Little, who claimed the lives of at least 8 women during a reign of terror that lasted 25 years. Little, who was 80 when he died in his cell in California, also confessed to murdering another 93.
Yeah,
with the FBI confirming his involvement in at least 50 of the deaths, making him one of the most prolific serial killers in American history. And she struck up a friendship with him.
Yeah, she's a weird girl.
So much of a friendship that she claimed his dead ashes.
But that's, I guess, I just wouldn't expect that from Weezer because I want to be like, oh, that's, rock star stuff, I guess. So it doesn't surprise me that he's attracted to this girl who, was friends with the serial killer, but I don't know if Weezer's that. I guess they are rocks. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how old this guy is.
I think I only know Weezer.
Like 50s.
I only know Weezer from didn't they do the Beverly Hills?
They did Beverly Hills, Buddy Holly.
Yeah. That's where I want.
Yeah,
I just don't see. I don't see that guy being with a girl. It's like I'm into serial killers.
Oh, Hash Pipe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I don't know. I don't know their whole catalog.
Well,
maybe
Chris
they are
knows.
metal. I don't know.
Island in the Sun.
Okay.
All right. I'm done.
Hits.
Okay. All right. Cool.
They got a few hits. He lives in a pretty big ass house.
That's good for him.
So they seem to be doing pretty good. You live in a big ass house in California. You're doing something right.
Like I remember Jonathan Davis was into serial killers, but Korn's very dark.
Yeah.
Right. And so it was that kind of fit.
I asked if anybody had ever caught their wife talking to a prisoner. Jeremy, did you have this happen?
No, man, I didn't have that happen. I was the recipient of very many correspondence over the years.
Okay, so you were incarcerated, and
you were the prisoner there,
or the serial killer, or whatever. What'd you do wrong?
When I was 18 years old, me and some friends got in some static with some other crew, man, and we ended up killing somebody. I did 22 years down here in Texas.
Jeez.
Hell yeah.
So you guys, were you the one that killed the person?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so you killed this person and you spent 22 years in prison.
God dang.
Yeah, man. It was an unfortunate situation.
Right, you probably regret it, right? That's probably
Oh,
yeah, it has to feel terrible to take
man.
somebody's life.
Oh, yeah, man. And look, I mean, I was a go-getter while I was down there and shit.
Yeah, we can't cuss. You can cuss all you want in prison, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
on the we
I
got
would tell
other
this guy
rules.
what to do.
Let me put my work voice back on.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Uh,
So let me ask, so you had lots of women messaging you, and these were married
Yeah.
women?
some of them, yeah.
Some of
Some
these
of them,
married
man,
women,
you know
and so what were they was there a dating site that you were on, or how did they get in contact with you?
Yes, there's several different ways. There's correspondence sites, pen pal sites. I think the internet, nowadays with the Instagram and the hookup sites and stuff, that put a damage on some of it. But there's a large majority of women out there, and men, I guess you could say, because there's a large contingency of gay guys that write other gay guys.
So did you have men also try to holler at you, and you had to let them know you're hetero?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a really cool correspondence with her for about 6 years with a professor from the University of North Carolina, man. We talked about cool shit. It wasn't sexual.
Yeah, I know. I got you. Okay. Well, damn. Well, thank you for confirming that
Yeah.
this is something that happens. We got to get you
Yeah,
back on
and,
your work voice again, because you did a little of the cussing again. I know.
Oh man.
I know.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's been 22 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be mad at Chris for that one.
What'd I do?
He's the boss. I
Yeah.
mean, we're just doing what the boss tells us.
Well, I
That is
understand.
true.
I'll leave y'all with this, man. I think, and y'all can delve into this one, maybe some other callers, so I can get out of y'all's way.
Okay.
But I think a lot of the psychology behind what women like about the correspondence with inmates is the fact that you're actually writing a personalized letter, and that's kind of missed in this day and age. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I've been home almost a decade now, and it's writing and putting personality and just.
Well, you guys probably know how to talk to
It's just
women,
not
right?
disconnected.
You probably know how to communicate with a woman and maybe give her compliments. And make
Women
her
are
feel
not
good.
usually their problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Spent 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
It is.
Let's go.
It's a long time.
We'll go to Victor real quick. I got Trey. Don't hang up, Trey. Guess there's a lot of people that have had this happen. What's up, Victor? Did you catch your wife doing this, or were you a former prisoner that also got a lot of messages from women? Mr. Victor. Victor.
Yo, how's it
up?
going?
Good. How are
Morning.
you, sir?
No, man. I'm doing good, man. No, I didn't, it didn't have to do with me. It had to do with the coworker. She met somebody in prison while she was in a relationship.
Yeah.
And when he got out of prison, they married each other. She left her guy and everything.
She left her guy to go be with this prisoner when he got out.
Yeah. And she married him too. And she was all proud about it, telling people here at work and stuff.
How did it work out for her? Are they still married? Everything good?
From what I know, yeah, they're still married and stuff.
Well, think about the amount of riz that guy has. He stole another man's girl while he was in prison.
Yeah, pretty wild, man.
And that dude, that dude was just keeping the seat warm for this prisoner for when he got out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Oh, man. Well, thank you, buddy. What's up, Trey? What do you got to say today?
How's it going, guys? Yeah,
Hey.
I understand the situation a little bit. I actually caught my wife. My wife of 10 years has been talking to a man who, come to find out, he's behind bars. Apparently for armed robbery. Once I did some diving, but she's been hanging out with this guy.
Oh my gosh, this is your wife, your woman.
Yeah. It was one of those things. Obviously, you can tell when your partner is starting to grow distant. I felt it for a while, and did I expect the other man to literally be behind bars? No. I feel decent about that aspect because he can't, you know, he's not in our neighborhood
Sure.
or something. But still, yeah, it's a gut punch.
Yeah, this guy, you just heard the last call. There was a fella that was kind of like in your situation, and that woman left. It'd be essentially like your woman leaving you once that guy gets out of prison. And how much contact has she been having with him?
Yeah, well, yeah. So that call actually kind of freaked me out a little more than I'd like to admit, because I am trying to make things better. But yeah, a lot of contact. So my sister-in-law, she's actually been covering up for her, and she's been where this guy's been sending these letters to my wife. He's been sending them to my sister-in-law's house.
That's filthy.
A lot of contact. A lot of contact. And not just normal messages either. They're the type of text messages, you know, one day when we have a daughter, I'm going to be afraid of seeing these on her phone. These type of messages that are like, are you kidding me? Kind of grotesque. So, yeah. These letters smelled like a cologne that, let me tell you, I'm kind of familiar with. That didn't make me too happy.
Oh, yeah. A special brand of cologne that you probably have to, you know, an organic cologne from prison, if you know what I mean. Yuck.
Yeah.
That's nasty, dude.
A little manly.
Yeah, very manly.
A little manly as well. Yeah, they reeked of them. But yeah. So
girls like that smell. Ooh.
The letters are one thing, obviously. I found a couple letters and read some of the contents of them.
Well, I got a question for you, because I don't know if every prison has conjugal visits. Do you have to be married to have visits like that, or can she go visit him?
Apparently not. Apparently you don't have to be married. They have been visiting, so she won't tell me how many fuckers.
Oh, yeah, we can't cuss. I got you. Yes. All right. You're very upset. I understand. So she won't tell you how many times she's visited this guy.
No, but I do know for sure it has happened. So
does she say any sex was involved or any special prisoner kisses?
She says they talked.
Okay, so she just went there and they talked, but she did go to see him. Damn, that's cheating, dude.
Yeah, and obviously
feels like it.
I don't believe they just talked. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Do they get alone time? I don't know. I don't know how that system works. What do they have to be married to have a conjugal visit?
No, you don't. And from the things that he's been saying on these messages, I know they weren't just talking. So she can say what she wants, but
man, well, can I ask why you're still with her?
Yeah. So again, the last caller kind of freaked me out. I am trying to make this better, guys. We do have a counselor. Well, yeah.
What do you mean you went to a counselor for this?
Money for this counselor?
Right.
That's why. Yeah. Well, so basically, counselors telling me I got to view it like an addiction. You know, my wife was addicted to feeling good, feeling complimented, whatever bullshit. So
we can't cuss. I got you, Trey. Yeah. We just, you know, this prisoner talk has got a lot of cussing.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I understand. So you went to the counselor, and the counselor said you got to treat it like an addiction.
Yeah, I'm supposed to kind of meet her. Well, I got to view it like an addiction that she has, and I need to now supplement it. So I've been instructed that maybe I should write her some letters in the same fashion that this man did. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just try to win her back in a way that has nothing to do with this man. But I'm giving it a go, and I'm trying to write these letters, and obviously I'm trying to put some of my stuff on it, my cologne. I don't know.
Can you write him back and say, hey, leave us alone?
I suppose I could write him back. You know, he's in there for 20 years, so I don't know if I just try to make my wife forget about him for the next.
Right. Well, in California, they call them family visits. Maybe she was just doing a family visit, and she would get like 30 to 40. You know, I don't know. I guess you get a certain amount of time to be in there.
Yeah, I suppose it's I don't know. It's, you know, I hope we get better. And family visit's kind of a messed up way to call it. Would have kind of wrecking my family.
Okay, well, he must be doing, you know, be a good model prisoner to get these visits.
Mm-hmm.
They don't allow them in Texas, as far as I can find.
Yeah, I think you go. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I don't think they allow conjugal visits in
that
Texas.
sucks.
I wonder how many states actually do allow
I don't
it.
know.
Probably not a lot.
California does, though.
Oh, of course they do.
They're held in private, I guess, apartment-like facilities on
That's
prison
crazy.
grounds.
So they just get to go have sex?
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to be registered domestic partnership, so you really need to look into
That'd be
this,
me and
sir.
Nard.
You
Only
need
4
to-
states allow it.
Yeah.
well,
See, I knew it wasn't a lot.
California,
I wanted to
Connecticut,
ask
New
you
York, and
guys-
Washington.
Wow.
Interesting.
That is
Well,
nothing.
hang on, Trey. Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah,
Hang on,
yeah, that
buddy.
sucks,
Let's
bud.
go to Steve. What's up, Steve?
All right. Well, real quick, guys, just to set the other guys' mind at ease, you guys are correct. There are no conjugal visits in Texas. Take it from a man. I was there for 6 years.
Yeah, but we also broadcast in California, though, too. So.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. Well, if it's Texas, the Texas boys don't get any. Not one cheek be clapping.
But
Well,
do you get some dirty letters or like dirty nudes or anything?
So here's what I was going to tell you. So I got lots of correspondence. I will tell you that there are definitely women that love that fantasy, that love that idea. And part of me thinks for two is that there's not really a chance of getting caught. Like, who the hell is the prisoner going to tell?
Right. Well, Trey, you actually caught her because she was sending the letters are going to your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
So
she
Trey, you
sent-
might want
I
to
had-
listen to this.
Yeah, I had several
Yeah,
females sending me letters, but like I said, there won't be really any contact here in Texas. But one thing I will say is, man, I had several ladies that would, send me letters and be pen pals, and then one day I get a letter from a girl from high school that we never dated, we never, fooled around, never anything like that. We knew each other, but we hardly ever talked. Like, it was almost one of those things we vibed with different groups. And one day I get a letter from this girl, and she just starts talking to me and telling me she had a crush on me. Years and years later, fast forward, I'm getting out of prison. We get in touch with one another. As soon as I get out, I go to my parents' house to have a place to crash until I get my first job and whatnot. So she comes to visit me on my parents like 2 or 3 times, coming from Katy, Houston, all the way down to like Galveston. And
So she was turned on by the fact that you were a bad boy?
I guess I don't know, man. I guess that's it. Or maybe it was just the whole, I knew him in high school and then, he's been to prison. Like, I don't know. But anyway, so she starts coming over. After about our 3rd visit, she spills the beans to me and tells me like, hey, I can't come over anymore. Like, I'm married and I shouldn't be doing this.
Oh my gosh. That's their fantasy. It's got to be in those books that they read, those dirty books, or those shows that they watch. Because they love crime shows. You know who else likes crime shows? Nard.
Nard loves them.
Loves them.
It's his favorite. He would definitely date a prisoner.
Well, thank you, Steve. Let's go to Steven. What's up, Steven?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that these prisoners, that's all they have time to do is think about trim. Think about what to say, think about what to do, think about,
They're going to know how to talk to your woman in ways that you haven't talked to your woman probably since you first started pursuing your woman.
Exactly.
That's why Ben Affleck said he's a little rusty on the flirting. It could be why he got her divorced, because he didn't continue to flirt with this woman. You got to continue to flirt and make them laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, man, your phone's cutting out.
Yeah, it sucks.
Sorry about that. What's up, Emilio?
Hey, what's going on, Bill?
You didn't catch your big boobed woman messaging a prisoner, did you?
No, this is my ex-wife.
Your ex-wife was messaging a prisoner?
Yeah, her mother was getting letters to her house, and she was passing them over to her.
Same
And
thing with
apparently
Trey.
And one time I turn around and she's giving her something. We get in the car. I'm like, what did she give you?
Oh, no. And she was giving your wife.
I got
the mom was helping your wife at the time cover up her prisoner affair.
Yes, because she was married to his brother. Like
that's disgusting. So the mom was married to this person's brother, and the mom was trying to hook up your wife with this prisoner.
Yeah, it was her ex. It was her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, that is nasty.
Damn.
Why is mom like that? All right. Well, that was fun.
It was a blast.
There's a lot of that going on. It's shocking. I got this story about this man that got 3 women pregnant at the same time, and they all knew each other. So we'll get to that and more next. Hang on.
Back to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? Coming up, I guess ladies like their toes licked on. That's what Sexy Red says.
Hell yeah.
All right, so Kevin Bacon. This is a guy that was in this movie called Wild Things. It was one of the first, really one of the first threesome type situations that you saw in a film, right? It kind of became mainstream.
Yeah.
This has got to be from the 90s, right? Wasn't Wild Things from the 90s?
Yeah,
Yes,
late
it
90s.
was. Yes, it was.
And it had a couple of people. It had some girl, I think, from the show Party of Five, as well as Denise Richards.
No, it was Nev Campbell.
Nev Campbell, right?
Yeah.
She was in Party of Five, and then it had Denise Richards, and it had this other dude. I forget his name.
Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon. And they were in the pool in the threesome, and you could see the nips through the swimsuit.
Yes,
and people
sir.
were freaking out over this.
First time I got bricked up in the movie theater.
Yeah. That was a wild movie.
First and only
Wild
time.
Things.
So,
and I guess when they were filming the movie, they actually found a dead body. So coming up, I want to ask the question: have you had a threesome or found a dead body? I wonder which one will get more calls from. Which one do you think will get the, you know what I mean, really get the audience going?
threesome or dead bodies?
Gotta be. It's gotta be threesome.
I was hoping it was dead body.
It might be. I don't know. It's a really tough one.
So we'll do that coming up.
Okay.
Thought that'd be interesting. First, we'll take calls from ladies that like their toes licked on, because Sexy Red says, suck on my toes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, women really like that? And
Hell yeah, they do. They love it.
I don't know if I can do that. Just because feet, I don't know. Feet are gross. They're supposed to be on the ground, not in your mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Christy, are you into the feet?
I'm not into it, but if my wife likes it.
I mean, if she wanted it, sure.
Yeah, I don't have a problem
Be
with
a
it.
good husband, you know what I mean? Take one for the team.
Yeah, she washes her feet and paints her toenails. They're cute.
Have to really wash those feet.
Yeah.
Have to really wash those feet.
And then I don't know, you'd have to carry her from the shower all the way to the bed or something. So the feet don't touch the ground. If you got a 5-second rule with food, then there's got to be a 5-second rule with feet. Because they said, immediately when something hits the ground, there's all this nasty stuff on it. So you'd have to carry her from the shower, clean feet, all the way to the bed, and then get those toes.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a foot person. That's the one thing I don't understand. It's got veins in it, nails. There's stuff underneath the nails. But I don't know. I mean, I also
They're
think
not
it's
that bad.
sus. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah,
Sus?
it's a little sus.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just to suck on toes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little different.
No, I got you.
You know what I mean?
No,
It's
I
not
don't.
one. It's 5 of those.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It would remind me, you know how that one lady's got all those hot dogs in her mouth? Have you seen that
Okay,
meme?
yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, I'd feel like I was recreating that meme.
Okay.
All those little piggies.
Gotcha.
I don't know. We'll find out if women like it, though.
Mm-hmm.
This dude got 3 women pregnant at the same time.
My husband got me, my little sister, and my best friend pregnant all at the same time.
Wow.
You heard that right.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so we all find out that we're pregnant. Me, my little sister, and my best friend.
Okay, somebody's got a problem. How do you not know where your husband is, and why do everybody in your life stab you in the back? Why does nobody in your life respect you? Your little sister doesn't. Your best friend doesn't respect you.
The fact that nobody does.
Your husband doesn't respect you. Nobody respects you.
Yeah.
And your husband got all of them pregnant.
Yeah, that's tough.
all find out we were pregnant within a week and a half of each other. Our due dates are all in the same week. Same week. Okay. My little sister says it's her boyfriend's baby. Great. Cool. Sounds good. My best friend says it's like her booty calls baby. Okay. No problem, girl. No judgment.
You know what I don't hear is marriage.
No.
And here, let's just go, right? We do everything. Everything's going, we're doing everything together, right? We're going shopping for baby stuff. We're making our baby registries. We're doing the whole thing together. And we are planning a baby shower, right? A baby shower. And I'm like, okay, well, let's invite your men. Let's invite the baby daddies. Bring it on, right? And my sister's boyfriend tells her that he wants a DNA test because, surprise, surprise, he was out of town. He was out of town when she got pregnant.
You know, that's kind of smart. Dudes never really looked that up or kind of look back, see the, you know what I mean, the time lapse of when she got pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? That's weird because I wasn't even there that week. That's weird. I didn't even know you.
Yeah, we don't even check.
Yeah, dudes aren't checking. You really need to check.
It's true.
And this boyfriend's like, you know what? Doctor says you got pregnant about this date.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird because I was out of town during that entire week.
Yeah.
I kind of feel more comfortable if I get a DNA test.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you trying
And
to
my
say?
best friend's booty call says that he wants a DNA test because she could have been sleeping with anyone, pretty much.
Yeah, she probably was. I mean, if she's able to just sleep with somebody without emotions like that, yeah, she was probably, maybe seeing a guy or two. As Nard says, all these ladies got rosters now.
Yeah, he does say that.
So they do a DNA test. Turns out neither of those guys are the father of their babies, right? So I'm like, well, who else could it be? Who are you guys sleeping with? Like, so we're at the baby shower. I still don't know. I don't know who the baby daddies are because they haven't told me. So we're there with our whole family around us.
Damn.
And the room, it's at my mom's house. I walk into the laundry room. There's my husband making out with my best friend.
Jeez, that's awful. And then she later finds out that it was her husband that got all these women pregnant. This dude, I don't know if he's allergic to latex or what, but he was just not. None of these ladies are on birth control. That's rowdy.
Yeah.
Now this guy's got 3 women pregnant at the same time.
It's an unbelievable feat. I mean, to pull that off is just incredible.
It's weird. I want to say it's kind of impressive.
I mean, there's a part of me.
I don't want to say that the wife was the problem, but nobody respected her.
No.
Nobody did. Her friend didn't.
Everybody's
her family
getting pregnant
didn't.
by her dude.
Husband didn't.
Yeah.
Right?
She definitely got ran over.
Golly.
Mm-hmm.
Poor lady.
Yeah, no, I do feel bad for her.
Now, do you keep your husband? Because you don't want to just, because he's going to pick one of these ladies, right?
Yeah.
Or do you want to be the loser, or do you keep him? What do you do with that in that situation?
I don't know how women feel about that. Like, if they would, they just want to be with the man. Like, they would rather be with him than be alone, I guess.
She doesn't want her, she's in competition with her little sister. She doesn't want her little sister to win. She doesn't want her best friend to win because this dude's going to go with whatever woman wants him.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't imagine anybody's going to win. I mean, who wins in that situation?
I don't know.
I think that's they're all of them losers.
Speaking of not winning and being losers, how many people suck on their woman's toes?
Okay, I don't. You ain't gotta call them losers.
How many do ladies really like this? Maybe I'm off base. I just didn't know this was something that women like. Do women like their toes licked? Next.
back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
I'm out of town, thugging with my round. My cookie, my Tootsie Roll brown. Where the hitters? I'm looking for the bros. Quit playing hitter, cause suck a bitch toes.
Suck a bitch toes.
Yeah.
Do women like that? She says it in every song. She wants her toes licked. I don't know.
I'm down.
1-855-FU-BILLY. I asked the chat. This person says nope.
What?
No, unless you want to get hit.
Oh, whoa. Oh, there's girls that don't like
I
it?
guess they don't like it. What's up, Jessica?
What?
Yes, I personally think that is disgusting.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, this is eye-opening for
thank
me.
you. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. That's what
I
I'm
thought
talking
that'd be.
about.
I thought this would be a landslide, unanimous, 100-0.
No, giant win for me.
Wow.
I think more women will think that's nasty.
Yeah, that's just gross. But
All
also, along the lines of, you said you'd have to carry her from the shower to the bedroom. Like, what if she wore like flip-flops in the shower and then walked to the bedroom?
No, because there's still stuff on the flippy flops.
Damn.
Well,
I'd have
if
to
she wore them
carry
in
her.
the shower.
The carrier. I don't know.
Just saying.
I'd have
But
to
yeah, I
wash
think
the
it's
feet
gross too, so
right by the bed.
Yeah, right.
I'd have to get
But
a
no, that's
bucket
just
and
gross.
yeah, and then I don't know. So, have you had a man try that on you?
No.
You've never had your toes licked?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Never even tried.
Never even tried. You're like, already know I'm not gonna like that, and then you're not gonna want to
Yeah.
kiss him on the mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
What if he
No.
gets that foot and mouth disease?
Right? That's gross.
Right? You don't know what kind of stuff's all over your toes. Especially if you got pets.
Yeah.
And then she's walking. I don't know. I think barefoot walking's gross too. I don't know how you feel about that, Jessica.
What?
Walking barefoot. I
Perfectly fine.
I used to when I was a kid. Like, my mom hated it because I would never keep my shoes on and she'd have to take tweezers to my feet every night. But now I can't even like get up and walk across the room without putting on like flip flops.
Yeah, I wear socks at all times until I'm ready, until I'm already all tucked into bed, and I take my socks off, and then I put them on the nightstand.
I'm pretty sure like it's a well-known thing. Like you're supposed to
Thank
like
you.
be barefoot a lot.
Who says that?
Like people that they know Earth.
Nah.
They say that we get like our energy like from touching the earth.
Well,
and if we always got these blockers on like shoes.
I get my energy from Diet Coke.
Okay, well that's not good.
What's up, Michelle?
Yes, hi.
And I get it from the sun.
Yeah.
Right. It
Yeah.
has to do with the sun and the earth and the you know.
Do you like your toes licked?
Yes, actually, I do. I didn't at first, but my husband, former husband right now, he started doing it, and honestly, it's the best.
What happened? Did he hear a Sexy Red song and then he just started sucking a bitch toes? I mean,
Yeah, like how did
this
the
happen?
foot get in the mouth?
You start from the top and work your way down.
So he just
Okay.
kept going.
Man, I bet you he's
Yep.
probably on his
Gotcha.
Apple Music. He's got Sexy Red. There's something that was like, oh man, I gotta suck
People
a
were
bitch
sucking
toes.
toes before Sexy Red.
I don't know if they were.
Yeah, they were.
Let's go to Madison. What's up, Madison? Do you want your toes licked?
Hi there. Yeah, I think it's pretty fabulous.
Pretty fabulous.
Okay. And what makes it so fabulous?
Well, for me, it kind of starts with like,
Is it because the dude's all submissive and stuff?
it is totally submissive. It kind of, every.
Like you're a
instance, it
queen
usually
and he's a
starts with
peasant?
me. No, but I mean, like, I like to give, my partner massages, and I kind of expect the same in return. So my favorite to receive is a foot massage, and then, we get kind of frisky, I guess. And
Does he basically how do you say it? Bleep your toes bleep?
yes.
Wow.
See, that's what I don't like. I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's nice and soft. It's fun.
No, I got it. I understand. He's good at that. He's good at bleeping your toes bleep.
Yeah. And the foot rub, it just makes it a nice, relaxing time.
Gotcha. Okay. So he's basically giving mouth cuddles to your foot.
Totally.
Okay. Oh, is he better at it than you think? Or did you get any? You're like, man, I got to try that. He's pretty good at this.
I mean, I've definitely like kissed his toe. Maybe I haven't really gone as far as he has, but
okay.
Depending, how
Does he go all the way down? Does he get the whole toe in his mouth? Like, is he the throat goat of toes?
No, not that far. But
does he have a gag reflex?
Tip. Just a tip.
Whose toes are that big?
Some girls got some big ass feet. It's in the milk. It's the cereal and all the additives.
I've never seen a girl with big feet.
The chicken. Yeah, they got big ass feet now.
Define a big foot, because I'm a size 10.
Yeah, see, that's a big ass foot.
No girl shoes went above a size 5.
Yeah. You said your feet are huge?
Though.
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
She said size 10.
Cute. Okay.
Oh, she said cute.
Yeah, no, we're not going to.
I thought she said she was Bigfoot.
No, she's got a size 10 foot.
Right.
You know that Chris only wears an 8, so he has the same size foot as her.
You only wear an 8?
I do not.
Yeah, I can wear a men's 8.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Madison.
I was about to say that's
Appreciate
a
it.
small. I mean, that's a small size.
No.
Even for as short as you are, I mean, a size 8 would be ridiculous.
I wear 10.5.
Okay.
In dudes?
In dudes.
In dudes? In dudes?
In dudes.
In dudes?
That part of me grew.
I got you.
Chris wears a size 8.
What's up, Jessica?
That's a crime.
Good morning, guys.
What do you got? So you like your toes licked?
Yes, I do.
Is
There's
your
nothing
your
wrong-
man? No, I got you. Is your man a little bit of a throat goat at it?
I mean, yeah, you could say so.
Does he really put work in when he's doing it? Go to town?
Yes. I mean, yeah. Some people have a major foot fetish, I guess, and some people don't. I mean, and to the ones that think it's disgusting, I mean, how is it disgusting? It's not disgusting, when a man is either kissing or licking.
Right. No, I got you. Yeah. It's just the toes. Maybe it's the shape of the toes. It's sus. I don't know.
Because not everybody has a.
Does he get after that big toe too?
I'm sorry?
Does he get after that big toe? Does he really put work in on that big toe?
Of course.
Does he get it all the way? Can he feel the toe in his tonsils?
Oh God, I don't have big toes.
Okay.
I mean, that would kind of be horrible.
Yeah, and so he puts a lot of tongue in it.
I mean, it's not too many. Like I said, not too many females like that. But it's just, I mean, it's kind of like a person who likes being maybe kissed on their neck or on their shoulder.
Right. I mean, do you like the fact that he is kind of in a submissive position when he's licking your toes? Yeah, that you're in charge.
Yes,
you're
I
a
do.
queen.
You're calling the shot,
like Cleopatra.
Yep, and that's how it has to be.
It has to be.
Yes.
Oh, like that.
Not everybody.
like
Not
that.
everybody can fall in that category. I like me, a woman's man. At the end of the day, I want somebody who can show
Yeah,
me.
he's ready to please
ways and
you,
why.
right? Yeah, you want a submissive dude a little bit, a guy that's there for you. You're his queen.
Exactly, but I'm gonna reciprocate the same as well.
As long as you
That's how it should be.
Okay, is your man comparable to your skills, if you know what I mean?
Yes, very much so. Yes.
See, that's why it's weird. All right, thank you, Jessica. Appreciate it. Right? That's why it's weird.
Yeah. Because the way she describes it, like his skills are as good as hers.
What's up, Ernest? Are you a toe
She can't
licker?
mean it like that.
Are you a toe
yes,
licker,
sir.
toe
Yes, sir,
sucker?
I am.
You are.
I'm a licker, but look, Billy, it's got to start with a massage. You start kissing her all
yeah.
over. Then you go down to the feet. Some women say they don't like it, but they never tried it.
Right.
If they try it.
So are you the throat goat of toes?
No. I'm just a lick between the toes, but they have to be pretty toes. Not no hammer toes.
Right.
Or not no
What about some web feet?
No, definitely not. No
Some
way.
uncircumcised feet.
Maybe size 7 on under.
Okay. All right. Size. So that woman with the size 10, that'd be too big.
Oh, hell no.
Too much of a mouthful there, huh?
No way. That's way a mouthful.
Dang,
No
'cause
way.
that's 10
That'd be
inches,
pretty-
right? The foot. That's why they call it. Is that size 10? because the foot's like
That's
10
too much.
inches. So you're
That's
saying
way
you
too much,
prefer
dude.
like a 7-inch foot
And under three
and
toes.
under. All right, yeah. You don't want Bigfoot if you're gonna lick toes.
Yeah.
Let's go to Ruby. Yes. What's up, Ruby?
All I have to say is you'll not get till you try it because it is a great, awesome sensation. It gives you through your body. I love it. It's
So women love
I
this.
love that. Yes, I do. I do. I'm in my 20s and I do. I love it.
Okay. Do you remember the first guy that licked your toes?
Yes, it was my fiance.
Was it his
Wow.
idea to do it? Or is he listening to Sexy Red and he's like, I gotta get my bitch's toes? Is that how
No, it's before that song.
before the song? Okay, so this was just something he's like probably heard maybe, or I don't know, because how do you know you like it until you try it? Is he good at licking your toes?
Yes, like the foot, the toes, everything. It's a great sensation, like to the
I
toes.
mean, Derek, you're right. I mean, it's a landslide.
It's a landslide.
Women love this.
They love it.
They want their man to put those toes in their mouth.
You know,
it
I'm
starts
making
sucking.
a phone call. I'm making a phone call. That's why he stopped.
Oh, that's okay. All right. Well, thank you, Ruby. Appreciate it. Let's go to BMW. What's up, buddy?
Hey, first of all, happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
But my girl, she keeps her feet really clean. She likes her toes sucked. But the one thing that these girls aren't mentioning that are calling in, and I don't know if it works for all of them, but it works for mine. The center of the foot is what triggers her for the big O.
Okay. So you can actually, she can have the big O just from kissing on toes, getting to the center of the foot.
Toes and getting on the center of the foot, even by rubbing it.
Oh, so
But
then she got a button.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a button right there.
That's crazy.
That would be awesome.
Well, thank you, BMW.
If it was that easy just to suck on her toes.
All these callers are trolls, is what this person is
Oh
saying.
my God, how?
This says I'd rather get groceries than toes.
What?
If you know what that means.
Oh my God, are you serious? Come on.
Yeah.
No chance.
Yeah. No, run a
Rather
poll
do
about
groceries than toes?
Yes.
Come on.
This woman, she goes, I like the back of my knees licked. Yeah.
Ugh.
This
What the
person
hell's wrong with you, lady?
There's some Reddit
I
stuff
like the
going on
back
out
of
there.
my knees licked.
Yeah, she likes that.
That's hilarious. How'd you find that out? Did a dog do it?
This says, Derek, be a man. Get them groceries.
I'm not saying I don't. I'm saying that to say that that's better to do the toes, or you'd rather do that over the toes is crazy.
Bug Guy says I'd rather sit at the DMV than lick a girl's toes.
Okay. And that sucks.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have an appointment.
Yes, groceries. More groceries.
Wow. I didn't think groceries would be over toes.
What's up, Dylan?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's like the only way my chick gets the big O. It's like if we're doing like missionary, and the toes got to go in the feet, man. It's like, and then it happens.
So you wait a second. You have her in a missionary position with the toes in your mouth.
Yeah, like her legs up. I don't want to be too descriptive of it.
Right? Yeah, no, I got you. Okay, so
Put her legs up in the air.
Right, and you got a toe in your mouth.
I mean, we can go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like we can go for a long time, and what's not going to happen for her until the toes go in the mouth. It's like a trigger. I don't know. I think the other guy that mentioned that is everything kind of started making sense right when he said that.
Yeah, they call it the feet to 9 position.
Yeah, is that what, I was wondering if that
something
was
like
still missionary. Because like when her legs, I get she's on her back, but if her legs are in the air, like that's not. I don't know.
What's up, John?
I don't have a Kama Sutra.
This is good. You don't have a Kama Sutra instructor?
Nope.
What's up, John?
Yo, man, I think these guys are just lying. They like to suck something else.
Well, it'd be fingers, maybe fingers and toes, fingers and toes. So that's
all right.
That's fun,
That
huh?
feel bad.
Let's see here.
I've been accused of that way too much the past couple days.
Yeah, well, you and Nard Our partners.
Yeah, that's what the hospital's calling me, his partner.
Maybe they were just country. What's
No.
up, partner? Howdy,
No.
partner.
No, it was definitely the other kind of partner.
All right. 1 in 4 Americans say their relationships have lost the spark. Anybody want to be honest? Has yours. We'll do it next.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
Let's see what's coming up on the program. We'll get to that Wild Things thing. There's this movie, and they were filming it. One of the stars of the movie said that they actually found a dead body while filming the movie. So I thought it'd be interesting to see what we get more calls on. People that have had threesomes or found a dead body.
I mean, it's got to be threesomes. I just don't know how. Maybe more people have found dead bodies than I realized, I guess.
I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Yeah. I've never found a dead body.
I got that this woman says she loves her dog more than her spouse. She spoils the dog with parties and trips, and her partner is just lucky to be there. She sounds like a real peach.
Yeah.
I just saw that. I guess there's a bunch of people that say that dogs are bad for the environment now.
I was just reading a little bit about that. Like, I mean, good luck.
Dogs
Good luck
are now
trying to get
political.
people to get rid of dogs.
That I just read an entire article how a certain group of people say that dogs are bad for the environment.
Yeah. I mean, people would go to war, like nuclear war over
I'm going to
dogs.
say that people are probably way worse for the environment than a dog.
I think your
dog doesn't have a car.
You're probably right about that, Billy.
Dogs only fly because we
dogs
bring them
aren't
on a
using
fly.
coal.
They don't. That's just silly.
I mean, dogs are, they mess up trash, but that's only because it's our trash.
Man, what fun things did dogs have when they didn't have us?
Well, they wouldn't be as plentiful as they are because they would be killed off by predators.
That's true.
Yeah.
I did look up who would win in a fight, or a dog or a cat, and mainly dogs will win.
If a dog can get a hold of a cat, the problem is that, I mean, I don't know. There's just some cats out there, though, that are going to whoop your ass.
Well, because especially with the claws, if they get the
Yes,
dog's
their
nose,
claws
the
are,
dog-
I mean, come on, dude. I had a cat, when I was a kid that, I mean, it punctured right on the side of my cheek. Like, I mean, all 4 or 5 holes, whatever, right in my cheek. CPS got called to the school because they thought that my mom whooped me and like did some crazy kind of like torture thing to me.
So you had to.
I had to like,
no,
yeah,
it's a
I had
cat.
to defend my mom. I had to be like, no, she didn't beat me this time. You guys have missed all those.
You missed all the other beatings.
Yeah. This was my cat.
So mom can't be in trouble for this one.
Yeah. Because they were like, man, they thought that my mom had like taken something and was just like stabbing it in my face.
Jeez.
I'm like, no, it's literally a cat.
That's our white trash cat.
Yeah, Skanker. Skanker was the name.
Yeah. Because I had a white trash cat that
Yeah.
every time you opened the door, it would attack anybody that was at the door.
Right. The reason the cat did this was because the cat used to try to fight our Rottweiler that was in the backyard. And one time the Rottweiler grabbed it when it was just trying to like, hit it through the screen door. And I was saving the cat. I eventually get the cat. The cat's obviously freaked out and just smokes me right in the side of the face. All claws out, just punctured right into my, oh man, it was the most
Man, I
painful
would
thing.
tossed it to the dog.
I mean, I definitely got rid of I put the cat, I definitely probably threw it. I don't remember
Yeah,
exactly.
the
I was
cat
really
probably
young.
just lived on the street after that.
No,
the cat was
we-
for
we-
the streets.
No, we had that cat for 10 years after that.
Well-
My mom blamed me.
I remember
Defended the cat.
having to ask the vet, like, hey, why is this cat just attack everybody?
Right.
Right? Just hiss, and it would jump on people's necks and faces. And it's like,
Mhm.
I think it got taken away from its mom too young.
Oh, okay.
So it's got some behavioral
So it has
issues.
mommy issues.
Yeah. Even animals can have mommy issues.
Do you think sometimes vets just make stuff up?
I don't know.
I
All
think
right.
so.
It's possible.
Oh, well, this one seems like it has mommy issues.
Yeah, a little bit of mommy issues. Just
I
you
mean,
know.
maybe they can tell. I don't
Daddy
know.
wasn't
I
there.
don't-
Daddy didn't care. Daddy didn't bring it a bird.
She might be 100% right.
So 1 in 4 Americans, U.S. citizens, Americanas, say that their relationship has lost the spark.
That's sad.
We had brought it up. Look, Ben Affleck,
Yeah.
we brought it up that he's back in the game now. He got a divorce from Jennifer Lopez, back in the game, but
embarrassing.
His flirting is off, right? He forgot how to flirt. And it's like, well, if you forgot how to flirt, it's because you never flirted with your woman, which is probably why you're divorced.
Might be. Or it might be Ben being like, oh, I don't know how to flirt. So the girls are like, "Oh, you don't have to flirt. I'm still gonna put this thing on you."
Could.
You know, that could be his way of flirting.
Well, 1 in 4 Americans currently in a relationship
Yeah.
are in a relationship rut.
Okay.
They say
Relationships are hard.
That relationships have highs and lows of love,
sure.
and found that 26% believe their partnership needs some help. Otherwise, it's going to be dead.
Yeah.
34% admit that they've previously faced a relationship rut. Key indicators are fewer romantic gestures or moments, less passionate. The sex is real without passion, boredom in the bedroom, and lack of conversation. Others find themselves daydreaming about other people or partners, or notice that their partner has commented less on their appearance. With this current rut lasting on an average of 10 months, 55% even admitting that it had been more than a year, 63% are concerned with these instances that could foreshadow the end of their relationship. So a lot of people in a rut, an additional 34%, hold on, let me close out the ad, found that their relationship was in a rut in years past, and these couples worked on their communication. So,
Communication is everything.
Many couples, work on it. However, not all do.
No, they
Results
don't.
found that 30% of couples frequently try new things in the bedroom, which led to being much happier in their marriage and having fewer incidents of ruts.
Okay.
Nearly half admit that they only have sex between 1 and 5 times during a month. So there's a correlation between less cheeks and less happiness.
No, and I think the problem too is that sometimes couples are like in a rut and one of the partners doesn't even know it. They're just going on about their day. Like past couple nights, I've gotten up with the baby, like taking care of the baby, and my wife's been sleeping, and this morning before I go to work, like she kind of gets up and she's like, "Maybe I do love you," and I was like, "Huh?
What?
Wait, what? Was that even a question? What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what? I'm driving to work. Like, what the hell does that mean?
That's weird.
Yeah, that was really weird. And then I went to text her about it, and she just hasn't woke up yet. So now I'm just kind of like, wait, what was that?
Maybe I do love you.
Maybe I do love you. So I thought she said, "Baby, I love you." And then I was like, wait, she said maybe.
Maybe it was "Baby, I love you."
No, it wasn't. It was maybe.
In fact,
it's just whatever.
I
was like, no, I don't. What are you talking about?
Only a third would grade the spiciness of their intimate encounters between an A+ and an A-. So, in fact, a high percentage of people grade their intimate encounters an F. So let me go to Mandy, our first call.
Mandy, I love that name.
1-855-FU Billy. So are you one of this 1 in 4 that are in a relationship rut?
Yep, I definitely am. I lost the spark a few years ago.
Damn, you haven't tried to get it back? Go find it?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. I don't believe in divorce, and I'm also not going to be miserable. I'm not going to ignore my needs, but I'm not going to divorce him. So it's like.
Does he know this?
Yeah, I mean, he knows the spark is gone. I mean, it's been forever. He knows the spark comes and goes, and it's been gone for a few years for us, and we both know it. My husband gained weight, and he just lost his sex drive.
Okay, and you're saying you're not going to go without it,
right? And we got kids, and I'm not going to get a divorce for sure, because that does horrible things to kids.
Okay, so you're gonna get a side wiener, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I found other ways to get my needs met.
Yeah.
If my husband doesn't want to have sex,
I'm almost on your side. I want to be, rude to you, but I got to be on your side. If your husband is not initiating, working on getting help for himself, and he knows that, you're a bit of a frisky
we would
woman
say
yourself.
The same thing if, it was a guy.
We would, if it was a guy.
The guy would be like, "What are you doing, bro? You're just not going to do,
I'm kind of on your
go
side.
through life, so it's kind of hard. It would be ridiculous for us to be against women that we're going through the same thing.
And if you have communicated with him,
yeah,
and he's not obviously he's not taking the initiative to get help for himself. I mean,
Right.
what are you supposed to do?
What am I supposed? I mean, like yesterday, for example, you guys took calls from people who hadn't had sex in a year, and one woman hadn't had sex in 3 months.
That's
And-
right. Yesterday we had that one woman, and we were like, "There's got to be something wrong." She's like, "No, he's fine." Because I thought she was mad at us, but 3 months is a long time not to get those cheeks
That-
clapped.
It is.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I am not going to sacrifice my happiness and my needs just because my husband's not in the mood. I can't blame him for that, right?
I mean, that's
He's
a
just
tough
not in the
one
mood.
because here's how it works. At least, I could be wrong. You guys can call and tell me I'm wrong.
Okay.
If you have two people, right? Mandy wants to do it. Husband doesn't want to do it. They've been in a like at least a few years rut. So if husband doesn't want to do it, she wants to do it, and so then they're not doing it. Only his needs are being met because he's getting what he
Exactly.
wants, which is to not have to do it. So his needs are being met
Exactly.
by not having to participate in sexual activity with his wife.
Right.
Her needs are not being met. So one is suffering in the relationship. So can you really, if this was reversed and you were a dude, we would be like, oh man.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What are you supposed to do as a guy? Same thing for women. We had more
I've had
women
advice
calling
in the past where
yesterday.
I'm like, cheat.
Yeah. I mean, Derek has always said cheat.
Well, yeah, because it wakes up your partner, it lets them know, hey, like, other girls might want to do stuff with me.
Well, and
But it's not even about that. It's not even about that. It's I love
what
my
it was for
husband
me.
and I'm not going to leave him. But, if he doesn't want to have sex, that's okay. I do. So I'm going to get my needs met elsewhere.
well, this person
If I have
says
to step
cheating.
out-
No, it says here cheating is wrong no matter what.
I mean, come on, there
Self-centered
are
idiot. Somebody
cases.
just called you a self-centered idiot.
Wow.
This person says she's
Wow.
a dumbass. Hang up on her.
Why would we do that?
What? I got to do what I got to do to protect our
Yeah.
marriage and to keep our kids from having divorced parents. okay?
1-855 FU Billy. We can have a quick vote if she's a dumbass.
I kind of understand where she's coming from.
Get a toy like every other woman out there that's miserable.
Okay.
Oh, I got those too. I got those
So that's
too.
what other girls do. That
She
go
is a
through the same thing.
dumbass, 100%. Narcissist.
Wow.
Why don't you
Damn.
talk
That's
to
a
him
little
about it and
judgy.
be honest?
That's a little judgy.
Really? Like, was she?
Super Dave votes yes.
Is she
Cheat.
that bad?
Call me, he said. This person says she's great. No,
There's
if
no-
her
there-
husband was giving her some,
Right.
and she was also getting it on the side, then she would be greedy.
Yes.
But she's not greedy when she's not
Her
getting
husband
any.
doesn't want to do it.
He doesn't. And that
So, like, what is she supposed to do?
This woman, she goes, my dude goes weeks without not wanting it. He finally will want it. It takes him like 10 seconds to get it done.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
honey. Oh, honey.
After
oh,
not going
sweetie.
2 weeks.
She says months.
Months.
Months. Oh, no.
Lucy says, girl,
poor
go
baby.
get yours. Do what you want. Your man's not taking care of
I
business.
didn't think that Mandy was that bad. I mean,
Look if I didn't do this, if I didn't take care of my needs, I would leave this marriage. And where's that going to leave my kid?
Right. This person says, get your man a strap on.
oh my
Let's
God.
go. What's up, Corey?
What the hell?
So
It's
how
not about
does
that,
this
but
lady?
he doesn't want to do it.
Right.
If a strap on, he's going to have to participate, which he
I don't
doesn't
even
want to
wanna talk
do.
about it.
I got you. Yes, Corey.
I definitely don't want to talk about that. But so why do you think it's better to put your kids through seeing their parents miserable and never even like loving each
Well,
other?
but are they miserable? If he doesn't have the pressure of having to please his wife, then he probably isn't going to be miserable. He would be more miserable if she's pushing
kids
him
know,
and
man.
pressuring
Kids
him
know.
to have sex.
We have a loving
Kids know
marriage.
when
It's just this
parents
one
don't-
thing.
Yeah. That always translates over. When sex
you sure?
goes away, that I'm 100% positive. When sex goes away, the relationship is dead.
My
Nobody
husband
wants
and I, we
anybody.
love each other. We love each other, but this
I love
is,
my
this is
sister.
something I need
mean,
to
that's
do.
like the same thing. You love your mom. You love your dad. That's not your husband. There's supposed to be another level
Mm-hmm.
with your husband.
Well, she doesn't want to leave her husband.
Yeah.
And so she's
So you're
doing
gonna
what she
cheat on
needs
him,
to
which is
do.
also,
I want
I'm going to assume
I
you're
want to
because of the
preserve
Bible.
a house. I want to preserve a home, a house, a loving couple, which we are.
But it's not.
We just don't have sex.
You're literally saying it's not. That you're going to go find love elsewhere if he doesn't want to love you.
She
like
didn't
that.
say she was going to find
No,
love.
I never said that. I said find sex elsewhere. Sex and love are two different things.
Oh yeah.
I meant
Two different
loving,
things.
I guess what I meant is loving. But
I know Corey's very upset about it.
Yeah.
Which I like.
What's
I like
up,
people have strong
Nicole? Hang
opinions.
on, Monica. I'll get to your
So when
call.
you go in the bathroom by yourself and you do your thing by yourself, is that kind of the same thing as what I'm doing? You're getting it elsewhere.
Well, that's rude. If you're using your sexual currency on yourself and not
sorry.
spending that money on your woman, and your woman wants to do it, that's rude for the dude. Because we only have so much sexual currency. Like a woman, she's got the Energizer bunny down there, right? She can just keep going and going and going.
Yeah. If my husband does not want to have sex, I'm not going to pressure him.
Right. You're going to make the relationship
No.
miserable. What do you think, Nicole?
I'm like,
Actually, I agree with her because I'm in that situation right now. I actually had that discussion with my boyfriend lately. He's been going through some depression issues where he lost interest in doing anything. And one of that is sex. And we've been having this conversation. And he's actually told me that I can have sex with other people just because he just doesn't have the urge to do that.
Okay. And so
Good for you.
do you
Good
think
for
that that's
you.
going to work out for you too? Or are you going to maybe find a guy to get those needs met with?
Oh, I have someone that I get my needs met with. And to me, it's nothing more than just sexual. Women, we crave intimacy. And if our partner isn't going to do it, we have that conversation with them like I did. And he agreed to it. Yes, even though he agreed to it, I still feel kind of wrong about it, you know.
Well,
But-
how fast did you find the dude?
Well, it's someone I've known. We've been friends for like 10 years.
Okay. So then you just go to him and go, hey, my man and I, we're going through a bit of a slump. He's a little sad. Can you clap my cheeks? That's what you said?
Yeah. You know what? It works for her. It works for their relationship. And, you know, that's great. You both get your needs met.
Does your man know when you're out getting, the goods?
Yeah, I tell him. We actually had that conversation yesterday on the phone when I spoke with him.
You did. And you're like, hey, I'm going to go get some.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay,
Yeah.
I love you.
Well, he doesn't say that, but he's okay with it. It's one of those things where
When he gets out of the depression and he gets out of this funk, is he still going to be okay with it, you think?
I don't know. See, this is the thing with him. Like, he's gone through a lot of stuff. He went through a really messy divorce, and we've been together for a couple years. And lately, he's 48. So lately,
Yeah.
he's been going through a lot of shit mentally.
Oh, we can't cuss. You guys love that word, by the way, today.
Love
That is the word of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got a lot. I get you, Nicole. Well, we appreciate it. And obviously, Mandy's on your side, Nicole. And if it works for you, let's go to Monica. What's up?
What you need to do.
Yeah, she's doing what she needs to do. Monica?
No, you're disgusting. Doing what you need to do. What are you, robots? What you don't love your man, because if you loved your man, then you would work through it and you'd be through sickness and health. But apparently you forgot your vows when you got married, or you're not religious, or you just don't care. You're like these teen boppers that are all over the place.
Teen boppers.
Yeah.
You don't care about anybody except, hey, let's go, let's do it, and then I go home, and then that's it. Like, there's no respect. You don't value your man. These are people for the streets. That's all I'm
All
saying.
right. Now, Monica is now throwing you into the streets. Let's go to Isaac. What's up, Isaac?
Hello. I just want to comment that these ladies think that their husbands are not getting it. They're getting it from somewhere else.
I don't know that they are. I think that there's just because, like we got an advertiser, Game Day Men's Health.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes out there that have low T, that have diminished sex drives, that don't want to do it, have no urge to even mate. They have no desire for
Well, I
that.
don't think places like that would be in business.
Yeah. So, I mean, it does happen. I don't know hang on, Mandy. I don't know if that's the perfect solution, but
I think it'll help.
Dan, I will get to your call. 1-855-FU Billy. 1 in 4 are unhappy in their relationships. More calls next.
Back to the Billy Madison Show.
Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar, popping my collar.
Yeah, Billy Madison Show. Kind of rude, but 1 in 4 people say that they are in a relationship rut. And if Mandy's still here, Mandy, you're going through this the last few years. Your husband's not really in the mood to do anything, so you have, I guess, a side dude or a couple. I don't know your situation, but you are getting your needs met outside the marriage without your husband's knowledge. I guess you haven't told him, but I understand. If you were a dude, we would probably all be on your side, so we can't be hypocritical and then say that's rude for you to do that. When we would probably say, oh man, we would be kind of making fun of the guy. I can't believe you're going to stay in this, right? You're getting no cheeks. It's just wild how often we get calls from women who are in relationships where their man doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So what is it? Is it in the burgers? Is it because we have sedentary lives? Men aren't out there, on the fields plowing or you know what I mean, doing yard work anymore? Is it because we're hiring out? Like, are we not getting enough exercise? Why is men's libido so low?
Well, my husband had gained some weight and he experiences low T and all this stuff, and like all of it together just took away his sex drive. And I love him. I love him. He loves me. You know, we have a good, stable home for our children, and I don't want to mess that up. And if I have to go outside and get my needs met, then okay. It doesn't get in the way of my marriage. It doesn't get in the way of what my kids are doing. It works for me.
Okay. Let's see what Dan has to say. All right, Dan.
Hey, man, I mean, you kind of talked about it right now about the low T and all that. I guarantee he's probably gained some weight, and then he got on some kind of medication for high blood pressure or for diabetes or something like that. And that's what's causing all that low T.
Yeah. Well, we just, as a society, we don't move around very much.
No.
We're just kind of sit in our chairs all day.
Yes.
You sit at work, and then you come home and you sit more and you just stream shows, and then your tea
right.
You just see dudes just
Just imagine guys
sleeping.
on the construction site right now, like, speak for yourself.
Well, I know those guys probably don't have low T.
That's true. That's a great point.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
They're taking care of business.
But even then, they've made those jobs a little bit easier too, with all the construction equipment and stuff. You know, so maybe I don't know.
Well, I thought you were going to say with all the downtime.
No. Well, thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. Joshua.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what do you got for us, buddy?
Well, you know, me and my wife haven't had sex for a little while, but it has nothing to do with not loving each other. You know, she gave birth to a baby in January and haven't had sex since then, but I would never even for once think about going and cheating on my wife.
Well, she had your baby, which is a very beautiful thing. So you would never, ever think about cheating on your woman. Now imagine.
Well, it's number 5. So
yeah, number 5. Okay. So you guys have had a lot of sex. Mandy's in a situation where her husband has no drive at all. Doesn't have the drive
to. Men are territorial by nature. And I'm sure there's something else going on here.
Maybe.
I can't be judgmental because I don't know her and I don't know him.
Well, if he gained weight, his testosterone's lower. He could be on medication. He could, who knows? You know, I don't know how old the dude is.
I'm not being judgmental. It's hard when you go without having any sexual activity. But at the same time, like I said, men are territorial by nature. And if she's sitting there saying that he probably doesn't mind, I highly doubt that.
I'm sure he does mind, but he doesn't have the energy to really say anything, because he's got low T. He's got to lift some weights or do something. Let me go to Lexi. What's up, Lexi? I'm not saying Mandy's not rude for what she's doing, but we would be hypocritical because we've taken so many calls from dudes, and we'd be like, hey, guys, you got to go get yours, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What's up, Lexi?
Hey, I called yesterday. I'm the one that is married for 15 years. My husband had low T, and we got fixed. If she knows that her husband has low testosterone and you have insurance, get it taken care of.
But if he doesn't want to do it, what is she supposed to do? If he doesn't want to take the initiative, not everybody wants to do that.
Oh, God. Then go to counseling. Try to save your marriage. You're going to be miserable. One day you're going to wake up and you think getting something on the side is going to be enough for so long because of your children. You're going to wake up one day and you're going to hate yourself because you can't tell me you're not going to sit there every morning looking at yourself knowing that you not only cheated on your husband, but you've kind of failed your children as well.
Oh, now she's saying you failed your children. I like this.
Wow.
All right, Mandy, you have failed your children.
I have a wonderful marriage.
You're going to look in the mirror and say, I hate Mandy.
No,
Mandy is not dandy.
Much different. I don't look at it as much different than go use a sex toy.
Yeah, that's a problem.
How is that different? Also is the same way. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're not supposed to. I don't think it's right for women to use their toys either because it works the same way as it does for men.
Okay, that's a little ridiculous.
So I'm supposed to sit here for years and not get my needs met in any way whatsoever? That would end my marriage and
I think if women couldn't have their toys, it would end the marriage.
It would end my marriage.
If he doesn't want to help himself, then
What am I supposed to do then?
That's right.
If you are in charge
I
of
need
your
my
own
needs-
sex drive,
Yeah.
Mandy's not in charge of her husband's sex drive. You
True.
No.
you are in charge of your own sex drive. Where is his
Right.
drive to want to please his wife?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Right. So
Mhm.
he has to know that his wife is miserable. So why is he not taking the necessary steps to fix it so that he can please his woman?
And save the marriage.
Does he knows? Does he knows that you're off doing all this too?
Well, we haven't talked about it, but you know, he knows. I'm sure he knows.
No. Stop it. What?
Well, she's not gonna rat herself
yeah,
out.
I haven't introduced
Who does that?
him.
Only
Yeah,
Derek's
that's
the only person
wild.
I've ever known that ratted themselves out.
Yeah.
He has no idea. And what if you told him? You think he would be like, "All right, well, it's time to go. We should probably break." We should
Tell him
probably
around 9 p.m. when
end the
his T
divorce."
is real low.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
wild.
it saves my marriage and it keeps my family together. And this is what I need to do. And you know, we are happy. We are in a loving relationship. We just don't have sex.
Yeah, they
And
probably cuddle and are affectionate to each
my niece
other.
nut. And I don't see a problem with that.
And you say it's all for the kids right now. It's like, oh, I have to protect the kids, all this other stuff. What if they grow up later on in life and they look at you and your husband? Oh, you had such a beautiful marriage. I want to have it, mommy.
We're gonna be like, why didn't Dad throw the ball around with us? Well, he had low T.
I don't go around saying to my
Mommy
children,
went to
"Hey,
go
I'm
see
using
someone
sex
else."
toys."
And
Do you tell your children about your sex life?
I tell them that mommy and daddy love each other. We never deceive each other.
Do
and it's
you
true.
tell them?
I
do
mean,
you
what happened
tell
to
them about your
morals?
sex life?
No, you shouldn't do
You're
that.
telling
Kids don't
me
want to
that
hear about
My children
that.
are going to look at my sex life, but do you tell your children about your sex life?
You tell them that how are they made? I mean, not like that.
I mean, you kind of knew when your mom had sex, right, Derek? Because she'd be in a better mood.
Yeah, well, I
you
could
kind
hear
of
her,
figure it
but
out.
yeah.
Yeah, you could hear her
I
too.
don't
She's a
know.
bit of a
If you're
howler.
telling
I
the
could hear
kids
the
about what
sex.
you're doing in the bedroom. I think you've got to look a little closer about what you're telling your kids.
Okay, all right. Well, I wish we had more time. There's Smiley and Travis and Will all have comments. I appreciate it, Mandy. We got to get to the have you seen a dead body or had a threesome? Which one? So I'll get to that. And is breakup sex a real thing? Or is that just something on the internet? I'll get to that all next. Hang on.
Back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
You've seen that big story that's out there? They're saying that flight with Katy Perry was fake.
I mean, come on. Like, how would they fake that?
I don't know. This is the top story out there. Conspiracy theorists seize on Blue Origin door gaff and claim it's definitive proof that Katy Perry's mission was fake, as I guess Bezos went up there and had a special key and was able to, the door opens, to the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying it's a bizarre gaffe has ignited an online conspiracy theory that the flight was fake.
I mean, that would be insane. I just couldn't see them doing it, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if they did, then just everything is fake. It's why?
Well,
they didn't do anything.
I thought it was kind of rude because they were like, hey, this is just like when we sent monkeys into space.
Oh, my God.
Because the monkeys weren't the astronauts.
Jeez.
And so we all know that Katy Perry's not an astronaut.
Right.
I don't think she ever said she was an
I
astronaut.
think that's kind of the point of these flights.
Yeah. Put civilians up there.
Yeah. Look, they're supposed to be civilian things.
I mean, she did say a dumb thing. She was like, you know what? I think our flight united the country. And I was like, I don't.
Well, that's a bit insane to say. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people didn't even know about the flight. Like, I was telling my chick, I was like, oh my God, I love this audio of the girls like screaming as they're in the, and she's like, what happened? I'm like, what do you mean? This was a big day for you guys. This was a historic event for you guys.
It was an all-girl flight.
Yeah.
In this big, giant, penis-shaped
Why am I supposed to care if y'all don't even care?
Why do we bother?
I don't know if I would imagine that they have enough satellites and cameras and everything to see if. Now, they're not saying that the rocket didn't go into space.
Right. They're just
saying,
acting like the girls weren't.
Correct.
Yeah. And this whole, when they landed, then they pop out. They're like, oh my God, that's insane. Like, to me, it's not even a big deal what they did.
Well, it says here the Blue Origin capsule's hatch is designed to open from the outside by the recovery team after landing as a safety measure to ensure controlled and secure egress. Space capsules, including this one, are generally not designed to open from the inside immediately after landing due to safety protocols.
Yeah.
So is it because the door went in and the door didn't come out?
I guess.
So that's what they're saying, that this was fake?
But they say that on a lot of stuff where they're like, these things aren't supposed to do that. And then it turns out, oh, no, they do that. Like, that's a very common thing. That's how conspiracies go. Everybody's just dying to get views and get paid.
Yep.
Doors open from the inside. They're told to close it because the door can only be opened by an outside person. This bleep is so fake. Watch the door be opened from the inside. Then they needed a tool to open it from the outside. They're saying that the door was already they started to open the door and then he had to run and fake to get a tool to open it.
Or maybe there's two doors, like, there's an inside. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, what are we really? Do we really care?
Well, they're saying in comparison, the relatively easy manner in which the door opened has inflamed suspicions because it was just so. It doesn't even look like, like a pressurized hatch to me. Just more like a flimsy door.
Wow.
Pretty sure pressurized doors don't open inwards.
Is he just saying space is fake?
I don't know. Let's go to Alfred. Yes, what's up, Alfred? I'm not NASA.
Hey guys, how's it going, man? Y'all have a great show.
Yeah, we have fun.
Listener, I think this is the second time I called.
What you got for us?
Yeah. Yesterday on the news, they were saying that that it's all they were being prejudiced against them. That when men go up there, they call them astronauts, and that all they were doing was taking a ride. And Yale King was saying, "I'm an astronaut now." Whoa.
Okay.
What,
I mean, that's what everybody would
I think
say.
you got to go through extensive training to be an astronaut. Now,
Right,
you can be a
right.
passenger. I'm not a pilot when I get on the plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what they were saying. When you're on a plane, you're a pilot.
Yeah.
When you're on an airplane, you're a passenger. You're not a pilot. You
Yeah,
didn't
they were
go
just passengers into space.
flying the plane. Yeah, and they were trying to make it men versus women.
That's just dumb. It was just
it's dumb. We're clearly better.
no, that's not it, Nard. I throw another trash can at you, Nard. Well, thank you, Alfred.
Wow. People don't even want to give him this one.
Well, there's nothing to give.
I mean, that's what I'm saying too, though.
What they're saying
there's nothing
is
to give.
They
this
went
whole
up 60
thing
miles and came back down.
They only went 60 miles?
Yeah, like 62 miles up.
Oh, that's it?
I mean, I don't know if that's a lot or I don't know.
Not really. I think how far is the moon? Isn't that like 100,000 or a couple 100,000 miles away?
Yeah, I mean,
they only went 60.
They only went 6. God, we are coming off like
did you see that some are calling this it was a satanic ritual because of the Blue Origin all-female satanic worship? Because if you look, I guess the emblem that they wore, the little patch, they're saying was satanic.
Oh.
And so this was a satanic ritual.
Bro, don't you think that Bezos is just a hound? And he was like, "Hey, why don't you get some of you and your girlfriends to go up into space? Because
It's his space yacht.
I'm a big baller that I can fly my girl and all her girls up to space and bring them back down." He's just flexing.
That's all he was.
That's all he's doing.
He put
did
him on
that
a
for
yacht
sex.
in space.
He did that for sex. He didn't do it for to advance women or something like that.
This is how
it was just fun.
And let me tell you why this is a big day for women. Because it's all these women, they're in this spaceship, this space capsule, this wiener rocket.
Yeah. It does look like a wiener.
And then
There's just no denying it.
Bezos goes over there and trips and falls. It was such an L for dudes.
Yes.
It was the biggest L for dudes in years. To see all these ladies, they just flew to space and came back. And then he's been on land.
Yeah.
And can't even walk on
He's
land.
not readjusting.
And then he face plants right into the grass, just ate a bunch of dirt and grass.
Yep. They could all see him do it too.
Oh, anything, all his riz just went away when he just busted
You can't get rid of his riz. He's got too much.
He's got a lot.
Too much money.
I know, but that had to be the ick.
I don't think it counts at all when you're that rich.
A lot of women are saying that gave him the ick. It's watching
a lot of women could never.
Watching their man fall down gives them the ick.
Jeff Bezos would never talk to any of you hosts.
Right.
I know that, but they said that.
Oh, it gave me the ick.
Watching a guy,
Right.
there was this one woman. So her man got into a car wreck, right? And she's at the hospital. He's in a car wreck.
Yeah.
And he broke, like a hip and part of his leg and stuff. So he has to use a walker.
Yeah.
And she recorded him using the walker trying to get to the restroom. She goes, "New ick unlocked."
Okay. Him using the walker was an ick.
Yeah. Gave her the ick.
Nard might have to leave the hospital in a walker.
Because she's like, he's in a dress. It's a hospital gown. It's not a dress.
Yeah.
But she was like, just seeing him in the dress, and then he's got the walker, and he's heading to the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it just unlocked a new ick.
Ugh.
A lot of women got the ick. Just watching their man fall down or trip or anything like that.
Yeah.
They get the ick. Grosses them out.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, but he did just send them to space, so it's hard to get the ick with a guy that
People
just
were saying
flew
that was
to
a
space.
simp trip.
Okay.
No, that
where
was
he
a
tripped
flex
down.
trip.
No, I mean when he fell down.
Not the trip to space. Okay.
Yeah, he was just simping
No,
ain't
that was
easy.
a ground isn't even trip.
I don't know.
I mean, you got that much money, you could fall down like every 4 steps, and
If you have that much money, there should be somebody there to catch you.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Where's all the security? Where's all the people to catch him?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have so many videos of Nard being in my backyard with
he
his
falls
kid,
all the
with
time.
his kid falling down just over and over and over again, just tumbling.
Yeah.
It looked like and that was fat Nard. So when he fell down, I thought a tree fell.
Oh yeah. It was
So I
harder
could
for him to
hear
get
it.
back up. Yeah.
It was like boom.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one where he's I don't know, they're throwing a ball around or something. He goes to get it and he just tumbles and falls right into the fence. Just dented the crap out of the fence.
Right. His son probably threw him right into the fence.
I got to show you this fence. It is ruined. I haven't even fixed it yet.
I'm kind of hoping that Nard has to use a walker. Because the nurse did say that he might need a walker for a little bit. And I was like, oh, that'd be funny. Oh, I want to see Walker Nard. Like, oh, man. Oh, that would be just... He's too dumb to use crutches.
No, I can't use crutches. Yeah.
And I don't think that would help him either.
No.
I think the walker's more like his, I guess.
I
his
can't wait
stomach.
till he limps his ass in here. That is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
When he's in a wheelchair and they wheel him in here for his pancreas, it's going to be the best.
If he's still alive.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. You're going to go see him in just a little bit.
Yeah, I plan on it. Yep.
I was thinking about going to see him, but he never answers his phone.
Well, it's dead.
Plus, he's got all those women up there.
Yeah.
And then
did
I'm a
have
little
lots of
scared.
those.
I'm a little scared to go up there because I could go up there and they'll think that Nard's, been cheating on you.
Yeah. Well, I'm his partner.
According to the hospital.
According to the hospital.
That's just
that pissed
funny.
me off.
I can't believe you helped him pee.
Yeah, I mean, that would be my first time.
Yeah, but you should just put him in a diaper. If his
You
penis is
should.
that small,
I'm not gonna
put him in
change
a
his
diaper.
diaper.
He needs to be in a diaper. If
I'm
you're
not gonna
if,
change his
if
diaper.
diaper,
his
yeah.
wiener is as small as you described it,
I requested a catheter.
then put him in a diaper.
And they were like, there's no reason for that, sir.
I don't think they could put a catheter on him.
I'm like,
can
do
they
it anyways.
Can women get catheters?
I think so, yeah.
They can.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So
Yeah.
then he could get one.
He definitely could get one. I requested it.
I think you said it's that small. It goes inside his body.
He was tiny boy Nard yesterday. Yeah.
Well, yeah. He's also.
I think he's
thick
always
boy
been tiny
Nard.
boy Nard.
Yeah. He was bloated. I just don't think his body was working properly.
No. It's transforming to old Nard.
But I mean, I almost took a picture of it. It was
We
that
got to get
tiny.
him. We got to rehome him.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to find him a home to live in, like with other people. He can't live on his own.
Yeah.
Community.
He's gonna
got
die.
a message.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die in the dumbest way.
Nard Norris, Walker, Oklahoma Ranger.
Yeah,
Except he's gonna have to use a walker up here.
maybe. He might be all right. Nurse said she didn't know.
He's gonna be moving.
She just said it
so
was a
slow.
possibility.
Oh, this dude loves sympathy. I can't wait.
Oh God, just wait for it.
You know what he was mad at?
What?
This is what I heard. He was mad that nobody sent him flowers to the hospital.
Well, yeah, because you can't get to his room.
Yeah, I don't even know his room number.
It's 4. What was it, Derek?
Well, it's 448.
See, now you
Oh,
know
now,
it.
now they're gonna move him.
Well, if you want to send flowers or something, that would be
Right?
nice.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not like I told
You gotta have passcodes and all sorts of other stuff.
I
Like
didn't
Nard's a big
say that
celebrity.
He was at Methodist.
They got a guard outside.
Nard's
his
a
door.
big giant celebrity, so you're not going to be able to get there. You have to. He doesn't even use his real name.
I think that just the
He's
funniest,
under Britney Spears, I believe.
and hopefully, he's gonna be okay and stuff like that. But like the funniest thing is that I mean, this man literally OD'd on Ozempic.
Yeah.
Like that's why he's in there.
Yeah. He was like, "Well, if I take it faster, I'll
Yeah,
get
no, he
skinnier faster."
probably took too much of
He
it.
did.
probably
That's
did.
exactly what
Yeah.
he did. He
Yeah.
he shouldn't take any.
He shouldn't
Right,
take any,
but-
yeah, because he gets it off the streets. Like he doesn't even get it from a doctor.
He doesn't get it from his family or
He's got
anything.
a
He gets
dealer.
it. He gets it from.
He
the
says he
streets.
gets it from his family, but I don't believe him.
No.
Yeah, I don't
because I
believe
think it has to be like chilled and stuff.
I
Yeah.
think all that money you give him. I think he's buying it with that money.
I think he found a connect and he's buying like knockoff Ozempic.
And they say that on the streets there is a knockoff.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for. And now this dude
Right.
almost died.
It's
from taking
Ozempic
it.
or something.
Ozempic.
Ozempic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he OD'd on Ozempic. That's why he's in there. Like, what a loser. Like, what a bitch thing to do.
So he has a dealer.
Like,
and he
you
OD'd.
OD'd on a girl drug, dog?
Yeah, he did.
Like, and now you're... How
He's
do you
gonna have to use
recover
a
from that?
walker. I don't know how he recovers.
How do you
from it.
bounce back from that? That's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing for us that
It
he's our
is.
friend.
It is. It's like, oh, yeah, that's the show where the guy OD'd on women drugs.
Yeah, people are saying that all those monsters every day didn't help. Look, it was the perfect recipe
Yeah.
to ruin his body.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
No water, all Monster energy drinks.
Yep.
You had the Ozempic. You had the sedentary lifestyle where he
Mhm.
just sat here and then he sat in the car. The guy never got up to go pee here.
Right.
And then he could no longer take a bowel movement.
The weird thing is he looks like he kind of looks like Two-Face too, because like he's half his body is like tan and then the other half is not. His tan lines are, bro, if you see his back, it's the whitest thing I've ever seen, and he's like pretty tan everywhere. It's crazy. He's
a wild dude.
He is a wild dude.
I don't know. He might be back tomorrow. I don't know.
I have no idea.
All right. So there's that Wild Things movie I want to talk about. Has
Okay.
anybody ever seen a dead body or had a threesome. We'll see what we get more calls on. We also have to give Margarita Pour-Off tickets away, right?
Yes, sir.
This woman asked a dude to rate her. So I guess she thought she was super hot. She might be a little humbled after this. We'll get to that audio next.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
Yes, Billy Madison Show coming up. We got Margarita Pour-Off tickets to give away. I got that. So this Kevin Bacon Wild Things crew, they found a dead body during the filming.
Okay.
I always like it when they come out with fun facts about movies.
Yeah, that
it came
no
out.
idea about.
Do we know what year that came out? Because it was kind of a historic movie because it showed a very provocative threesome situation between two, females and a dude. It was two girls and one guy.
I'm guessing 95.
Yeah, it was 98.
1998.
March 20th, 1998.
And it was such a big scene because they hadn't really ever done that in a movie. Not with big stars at the time. Denise Richards. What was that one girl from Party of Five?
Nev Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Bacon showed his wiener.
Kevin Bacon showed his dingy dong and Wild Things.
Yeah, this scene where they find him in the shower and he's like, "Oh hey," and he's standing there naked talking to him.
Wow.
Kevin showed his bacon.
Yes, yeah. That movie had it all.
And it had Matt Dillon in it.
Yeah.
And then he got a threesome with those two chicks.
I think Matt Dillon's butt was in it.
Oh gosh,
Kevin
you know
Bacon's
all
wiener.
the parts.
Why do they have so much dudes in there?
I don't know.
So
I thought that was a
asked,
new thing, them showing wieners, but apparently not.
that had to be insane.
It had to be. Because I don't think I'd ever seen like a wiener on a movie or a TV like that.
It was shocking.
I thought that was like a new age kind of thing that was happening.
What's up, PJ? So have you seen a dead body or had a threesome?
Threesome.
All right.
Wow, that's
Take us
amazing.
back to that Wild Things threesome you had.
So I was at a party. Well, it was actually my party, and after everybody had gone, my best friend and his girlfriend and me and my girlfriend were the only ones left, and my girlfriend was passed out, and my friend came up to me. He's like, "I need a favor," and I was like, "What's up?" And we were plastered. We were all.
Why does he need that favor then? And why that favor? Why couldn't it be the favor like the two girls and the one guy?
Right. Well, this is what he wanted. It was his girl's idea, and she wanted basically to have a foursome, right?
Right.
And I was like, well, my girl's not going to go for it, and plus she's passed out, so I'm not even going to bother trying to wake her up, right? So I didn't feel comfortable about doing it, and so I fell asleep, and then probably within half an hour, my buddy woke me up. He's like, "Hey, my girl still wants to do it. Will you do it?" And I was like, "Man, I don't know." And I was like, like I said, I was wasted. So I was like, "What the heck? I'll do it." So, I'm going to Pound Town on this girl, right? And he's just watching, and he's starting to get kind of jealous and mad. And he's like trying to tap me on the shoulder to stop, right?
Yeah.
And she's not wanting me to stop. And so finally I stopped. And
when you go to Fogo de Chao, they should have had that little thing where you flip it over. It's like, yeah, stop for meat. Nope, keep going. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. At least it kind of put a damper in our friendship. And,
I would imagine.
Things weren't the same after that. It was a regret.
It's almost like you saw a dead body.
Almost.
All right. Well, thank you, PJ. Let's go to Nick. Did you see a dead body or did you have a threesome?
Man, I actually saw a dead body.
Yes.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Tell us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you see it?
So, me and my boss had just got off of work. We worked at a Take 5 in San Antonio, and we got off and started going up to this light. And I guess it had just recently happened, some motorcycle accident.
Oh,
real
that's
bad.
awful.
Yeah, and we didn't really notice anything at first until we looked over at this truck, and there was a guy completely submerged under the truck, and they were putting the yellow tarp over him.
Oh, that's
and
awful.
I was like, oh wow. So,
Man, that is so terrible. I was thinking, you just see one, by the railroad tracks or
Yeah.
something, and it's like a murder mystery. No, you just saw an accident. That's awful.
Yeah.
What's up, John? Did you see a dead body or a threesome?
I actually saw two dead bodies.
Two dead bodies? Was it like a murder suicide? Did this ever get on a TV show? What happened?
No, it was at the threesome I was at.
Okay.
All
right. I gotcha.
Huh. Okay.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you, John. All right. Let's go to Mike. Yes, Mike.
Yeah, hey, what's up? Yeah, I actually found my neighbor was murdered, and me and my brother found his body back in 2007. Something I'll never forget. He had been missing for like 2 weeks, and we noticed that it started smelling so bad outside of his door, and his door was to our left of our building. So me and my brother, we climbed up his back balcony, and we looked through his window, and everything in the living room and in the kitchen, everything was ransacked. And we look down and we see his body there on the floor. It's something I'll never forget. It's imprinted in my mind. So it turns out that he had actually been murdered. He was stabbed about 40-something times, but his body had already been decaying.
Well, who stabbed him?
What had happened was he was a cross-dresser back then. So he had went out and he brought somebody back home. And I guess he had told that person that he had some drugs or something like that. And that person tried looking for the drugs, couldn't find it. And I guess he had killed Roy. That's what his name was. And I know this because my brother and my mom went to jury duty for that case about 7 years later after that happened. So, yeah, me and my brother found our neighbor dead. It was crazy. It was the most crazy.
He got, because he brought a fella back saying he had drugs.
Yeah, he did. Yes.
And then the dude, man, that's too bad. Yeah, I bet you that's imprinted in your body or your mind, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't get it out.
Yeah. Well, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
It's like hearing my mom have sex. Like, I can't get that out of my head.
Oh, yeah. I can
the
imagine.
Sounds are just, they'll always be there.
That'd be horrendous.
It is.
Yeah.
Terrific.
PTSD. Let's go to Jordan. Yes, Jordan.
Yes. Hello. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Good. Yeah, I found a neighbor. My neighbor dead.
Jeez, see a lot of these. I knew we'd have more of these than threesomes.
Yeah. One day the office lady was knocking on the door. I was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "We're doing a wellness check." I was like, "Well, that's weird. She should be answering the door because I just talked to her like yesterday." And went inside. Come to find out, she was dead, laying in the refrigerator. Her fridge door was open. She was dead. Her dog was standing there. Bowels had exited and everything. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Dang, you had to feel so terrible. Well, at least you went there and checked on her. That was kind. Look at every line's lit up.
Yeah.
What's up, Steven? Stefan?
Hey, what's up, Billy?
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? Hey, nothing much, man. Hey, I was just calling to say, yeah, man, I actually found 2 dead bodies.
How do people see all these dead bodies?
I don't know.
Where'd you see them?
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Well, I got 2. One, I saw at Mervin's. Remember Mervin's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was one. Yeah, there's one in San Antonio, Texas, and no, he OD'd right by the water fountain to the restroom.
Gosh, that's unfortunate. Where's the second one?
Yeah. Off the highway in San Antonio. He got hit. Guy tried to cross the highway.
Oh, damn.
No.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's brutal.
Damn.
Oh,
yeah, I've seen one of those.
You have?
Yeah, at a radio remote, no less.
Oh, that's awful. You could have called in.
I've never had a threesome or seen a dead body.
Stacy,
I'm just not living.
You're not. You haven't seen a dead body or a threesome.
I haven't done anything.
But you have heard your mom have sex.
I have.
So
I have.
I can add that. Anybody hear their mom have sex?
No, let's not.
What's up, Stacy? What do you got for us?
Yeah, I've actually I've had a threesome and seen a dead body.
Okay, what kind of threesome did you have? The good one or the
good one? 2 guys.
Oh, that's not what we
the
meant.
One.
2 guys. Take us
that's
back.
still the same thing.
Meant,
All right.
That's what I meant.
All right. So take us back to that moment where you had the 2 guys.
Show us the video.
One Stacy video.
No video.
Okay.
It was actually during a lunch break at work. They were like younger than I was. They had
What do you mean a lunch break at work?
Where did this on a lunch break?
Yeah, it was like a lunch break. Yeah, I didn't want to do it, and I had been like telling them, like, all right, y'all are. I kind of picked them, chose them because they were friends, and
you are the chosen ones.
And I was like, you know what? Let's do it.
So you did it at lunch at work?
Yeah, I did. And I messed around, with each.
Where at work did you do it?
I'm on my break.
I worked at a call center in New Braunfels. It was a miserable job.
Okay, so you did it in the office.
It was fine. No. In a vehicle.
You did it in a vehicle, so
Yeah, like an SUV.
so you put yourself in the police dog position, or what? How do you do it in a vehicle?
There was a couple different
So you
positions,
moved around a little bit.
Well, yeah, you can't just sit there. I'm not
How
like
long was
a
his lunch
you know,
break? Just an hour?
I mean, we were a little bit late, but totally fine.
Okay.
One guy was having a little bit of trouble because he was, couldn't perform in front of the other guy, so I kind of had to pretend I didn't want him to feel bad,
Sure.
So he.
So did you do anything to try to boost his spirits?
Oh yeah, I did, but the other guy was kind of like watching intently, so it kind of weirded him out. So he was not feeling it because the other guy was just like staring hard, and he was like,
Okay, so did you even get to really experience the two guys?
No, I probably not. No, like it, it was a fantasy that I had, and it was not what I expected.
Well, I mean, I
one
think
guy let you down.
I think you did it on your break. It was on a spur of the moment thing. I'm sure if you give it another shot, then as you said, that's your favorite kind.
I'm good.
Or just
I'm
get your 6
good. I
inches
tried
from
that.
Subway.
Yeah, I'm older. I've got kids. Like,
yeah,
I did
That's
that.
a wild lunch break. All right, tell us about
It was
using
interesting.
a dead body.
So I used to take care of this guy that, he ended up getting put in the nursing home because I worked at a bar, and he ended up getting put in the nursing home. So I'd go pick him up all the time and take him to the bar. And I went to go, they called me one day. It was like, he's not doing so great. So I showed up there at the nursing home, and I walked in, and he was dead. Like, he was like half on the bed, half off, like on his back. And like, I could never get the image of his face, like out of my head. That's what I see.
Yeah.
now.
No.
And I went to like the people, I was like, hey guys, y'all need to come on. And she was like on the phone, and she was taking forever. I was like, you need to
Yeah. I mean, there's something going on in this. Oh man. So she's done it all.
Yeah, she has.
Have you ever heard your mom have sex?
I no, but I did see her like sexting, which was scarring in itself.
That's
'cause
even
it was
worse,
not
I
dad.
think.
Are you
That
married?
was never really around. No, I'm divorced.
Okay, but you've been
thank
married,
God.
so you've done that too.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, she has.
You've lived a life, Stacey.
has.
Yeah.
What's up? Well, thank you. Appreciate it, Stacy. Veronica, have you had a threesome or a dead body?
Both actually.
Okay, take us back to we'll do the threesome first. So what kind was it?
Okay.
2 dudes.
No, it was actually a girl and a guy. It was my best friend and her boyfriend. Truthfully, it was not the best with him, but with her, it was like,
I feel like that's every girl would say that. It's not the best with the dude, but with the girl, it was fantastic. Because that's really why you're there. You're there for the girl. You're not there for the guy.
Yeah, that was my girl for like 12 years,
So you guys were that good of friends, and then you guys got it on with each other.
Yeah. It was nice. It was good. It was fun.
But her dude was nothing special, huh?
Girls' friendship can get out of hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Because like there's dudes that I love that are my friends. Like I love them.
Mhm.
And I would never have sex with them.
Yeah.
Or even try. But like girls are like, damn, I just love you so much.
I just love you so much. I want to make you happy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
and
for
you
sure.
saw a
She
dead
fell in love
body?
with me. I did. I've seen actually quite a few, which is kind of scary.
How?
Whether it just be like I was on the side of my grandma when she passed away.
Yeah.
I saw my neighbor when she got shot.
You saw somebody
I was
get
upstairs.
shot?
Wow.
I didn't see her get shot, but I heard something, and then like a few hours later, cops came, and like we were upstairs, and the door was open, and yeah,
Golly.
so she was there.
Damn, you've seen a lot.
Yeah, you have. Most people have had threesomes and seen a dead body.
That's crazy. I didn't think we'd get calls from people that have seen both.
I mean, a lot of these people have done both.
Maybe that's it. Maybe if you do one, then you're more
It
likely to have.
unlocks to the other.
Maybe. I do have to give away Margarita pour-off tickets, so I need 3 contestants. So 2 are going to lose, 1's going to win today.
Okay,
So I need
good,
3
good,
contestants that want to play. Let me go to Juice real quick. Juice, did you have a threesome or see a dead body?
Hey guys, yeah, I've seen a dead body.
All the girls have had the threesomes with the dudes have just seen the dead bodies.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
All right, where'd you see it, Juice?
So I used to work for a company that cleans like the porta potties, porta johns.
No way, a dude died taking a dump?
Yeah, Elvis,
Oh,
right?
so I used to clean them out, right? And we had the Fiesta account, And I went to go try to clean the toilet out in downtown, and he was just dead in the toilet.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Rowdy.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I wish I had more time.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah.
I got to give away these margarita pour-off tickets. What's up? Robert, you want Chris?
Yes, sir.
All right, Robert, let's go.
Renee, you want Derek?
All right.
Sir, yes, sir.
Let's go, Renee.
All right. Now we need somebody for Goof.
It's going to be Sergio.
Sergio, you get the Goof. All right. So let's get
All
to
right,
this
It's
trivia.
going to be a quick game.
Yeah, no, we got some time here. We could, you know what I mean? We're not in a hurry.
Okay.
We only got the 3 contestants today. As you know, Nard is all, doing whatever he's
Playing
doing.
hooky.
Yeah, he's just acting sick at the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh,
it hurts. Give me another one of them perks.
All right, we're gonna
he's
do
got a new addiction now.
Adam Sandler trivia.
Okay.
All right. In Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler's character is a former hockey player.
Goof.
Oh.
Yes, Goof.
True.
That is true. All right. The movie Billy Madison takes place entirely in a high school.
Derek.
Yes, Derek.
That's false.
That is false. In Waterboy, Bobby Boucher becomes a professional wrestler.
Chris.
Ooh.
Yes, Chris.
It's false.
That is false. 50 First Dates is set in Hawaii.
Chris.
I heard Derek.
That's true.
That is true. Adam Sandler plays both twins in Jack and Jill.
Goof.
Yes, Goof.
True.
That is true. God, you guys are getting all these. Is it too easy?
Very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
All right. Big Daddy
Happy Gilmore.
features a character that has the name Frankenstein.
Chris.
Okay.
Yes, Chris.
That's true.
That is true. In Click, Sandler's character gets a magical toaster.
Derek.
Chris.
Yeah, Derek.
That's false.
That is false.
It's a remote.
Punch Drunk Love is one of Sandler's more dramatic roles.
Derek.
Yes, Derek.
That's true.
That is true. In Grown Ups, all the main characters are single fathers.
Goof.
Yes, Goof.
False.
That is false. Little Nicky is the son of the devil.
Chris.
Yes, Chris.
True.
That is true. That's My Boy features a storyline involving a long-lost father and son.
Goof.
Ooh.
Yes, Goof.
True.
That is true. The Wedding Singer was set in the 1970s.
Goof.
Derek.
False.
That is false. It was the 80s. In Spanglish, Adam Sandler plays a rock musician.
Goof.
Yes, Goof.
False.
That is false. Reign Over Me is about a man grieving after 9/11.
Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
False?
Goof.
Damn it.
Yes, Goof.
True.
That is
I've
true.
seen that one.
Funny People is about a stand-up comic with a terminal illness.
Chris.
I heard Chris.
I'm gonna say true.
That is true.
Thanks.
You Don't Mess with Zohan
Derek.
is about a hairstylist who used to be in the Israeli army.
Chris.
Chris.
That's true.
That is true.
Oh, wow. What a
Blended
storyline.
was the first movie Sandler and Drew Barrymore did together.
Goof.
And I think I got Derek.
False.
That is false.
Nice.
Bedtime stories involve stories that come true.
Goof.
Goof.
True.
That is true. What is the score?
I've got 7, Derek with 6, and Chris with 5.
Okay.
That's close.
The Cobbler features a magical pair of shoes.
Goof.
Ooh.
Yes, Goof.
True.
That is true.
Damn.
Ooh.
I didn't even know what the hell the
Yeah.
cobbler.
And-
I don't know these movies.
In Pixels, Sandler fights against giant video game characters.
Derek.
Goof.
Yes, Derek.
False.
Chris.
Damn.
Chris.
True.
That is true.
Nice.
Hotel Transylvania features Sandler as the voice of Dracula.
Goof.
I heard Derek.
True.
All right, what is the score?
I have 8, Derek with 7, and Chris with 6.
That
Damn
means
it.
Goof is won,
Oh.
Sergio.
Movie trivia.
By a hair.
That's right.
By a hair.
Barn burner.
That
was a good one.
That was a bit of a barn
Yeah.
burner for sure. And Sergio, you're going to Margarita Pour Off. All right, we'll get to the news next.
It's time.
Now it is our job to report the news.
The big-ass giant world news.
The revolution will be broadcast
On the Billy Madison Show.
All right, let's get to the news. Let's see. What did I put in the news? Upstate New York teacher placed on paid leave after accidentally giving students THC-laced candy. You know, you know how that's a big accident.
Yeah.
That happens.
I mean, the packaging is pretty clear when they're, THC.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of look similar, but they're harder to get in. You know what you're doing. Stop it, lady.
Well, some people accidentally give these out for Halloween.
No, they don't. They don't accidentally do it.
And this teacher accidentally gave it out to the students, now been placed on paid leave.
That's just because they have to investigate.
TV anchor's ex-wife is arrested in murder for hire plot after hiring a hitman to make him disappear.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That would just like, if the FBI ever picked you up one day, they're like, hey, sir, your wife is, we've just arrested your wife for, plotting to kill you.
You know that broad that you picked out of all the other women on earth?
Yeah.
You know that one that you married?
Yeah.
That broad? Yeah, she wanted you dead.
Yeah, she was hiring people. She was using the family's money.
She hated you so much that she didn't just want to divorce you. She wanted you dead.
Right. She didn't just want to leave you. She wanted to kill you.
She wanted to make you disappear.
God dang.
Yep. So this
scary.
woman, I guess now goes by the name of Angie on social media, was arrested. Tennessee, a suburb of, Nashville, for allegedly hiring a hitman to murder her ex-husband.
Yeah. Oh, so it's ex-husband. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It makes more sense.
Yeah, it does.
Well, a lot of women will try to, if they have another dude or they want money.
Mhm.
When I watch Forensic Files,
He must have left her.
all those, murders, those type of things,
Yeah.
where the woman's trying to kill the dude, it's usually for money, or she's met a fella,
Mm-hmm.
like another man,
Mm.
which I never understand. That it's like you could just, a lot of people split up and go be with somebody else.
They
but
do. Happens every day. Don't have to kill him.
This animal-loving Dutch vigilante is arrested for brutal attack on a man she saw beating a donkey in Egypt. Now she
God.
faces a lawsuit as shocking video goes viral.
Yeah, I mean, you got to know the laws over there, but they're probably allowed to do that.
So, yes, this dude was being rude to a donkey, but that didn't give her the right to, I guess, be arrested for a brutal attack on the man.
Right. She's over there. She thinks it's America, where it's like, oh, you see this guy attacking a donkey. And so she's like, I'm going to attack him. But they're like, well, that's just a donkey. I know it ain't right, but I mean, you're in Egypt.
They say never go anywhere unless you learned all the laws of
Right.
that
Yeah.
place.
You can't go over there bringing your American thoughts.
No, look at how Nard had, because he moved from Oklahoma to Texas, and he really had to make a lot of adjustments.
Yeah.
Right? Because he didn't know all the laws here.
No, he didn't. No, he did not.
Imagine going to Egypt.
I mean, it would be pretty cool. I'd love to see the pyramids and stuff, but I definitely wouldn't intervene in any locals, whatever their behaviors
I would want to
were.
ride
Yeah.
a camel.
I'd be like, damn, I feel bad for that donkey, but
Like to have an
donkey, I'm not trying to go to Egyptian jail.
No.
authentic camel ride to the pyramids. Oh, that would be badass.
I mean, the pyramids have to be like so cool in person because they just look cool on like, video. It's like it doesn't do it justice. There's just no
Just
way.
have a photo. Oh, that would be cool.
The looks, come on, bro.
I'm fine with
You
that.
can go to Vegas and see everything, though.
Everything. The whole world.
You can't
right there.
not see that.
I mean, yeah, they have the Eiffel Tower
No,
there.
Yeah.
stop it.
They have a pyramid there.
They
Yeah.
do.
The Luxor.
It's not
yeah.
the same. I
It's
saw
pretty
Chris
close.
Angel float over it.
Michigan man upset that girlfriend went on a cruise is sent to prison for a ship bomb hoax. So this woman, she went on a cruise without her man. He was very upset, and so he called in a bomb threat.
Mm.
Now he's going to prison.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
I
Can't
mean,
do that.
not only did you not go on the cruise, but now you're going to prison.
Mhm.
FBI was a lot smarter than he was, as they were
Right.
able to trace the email address to him.
Stupid. He probably just gave it like a different name, like a messed up name, and he's like, "Oh, they'll never catch me."
know.
They're like, "Sir, we could track it to the computer." He's like, "You can? What?"
If Nard were here, I was asking, there's a very important day coming up. And of course, Nard would say his birthday.
Yeah, he would.
But there's an even more important day, and that is Star Wars. May the 4th be with you.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Easter.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Little Vegas Chapel offers Star Wars themed weddings for May the 4th celebrations.
Man, I mean, I guess if you and your, fiance both love Star Wars, it feels cringe. It feels cringe.
Now, if you go to Disney, you go to Hollywood Studios where they
Yeah.
have all the Star Wars stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You see lots of couples, and we're talking couples in their 20s.
Yeah.
Couples in their 60s that are dressed up like their favorite Star Wars characters, and they are walking all around with their lightsabers, with their Star Wars gowns on. I don't know if they're called gowns, but they're dressed up like Jedis or stormtroopers or whatever.
Yeah.
and they just look like a happy nerd couple.
Right? They're always fat.
No, and they'll just break out. Well, there's some of them that are definitely fat, but they'll always break out with like a. You'll see it. They'll just be walking, then a couple just break out into a lightsaber battle.
Oh wow!
Plus size stormtroopers.
Well, I mean, now that they got those, now
you
you can make your badass lightsaber.
Thick troopers.
Yeah, I mean, that's not as cool.
Darth
Making the
Eater.
droid
I thought
is
that would
way-
be the coolest thing in the world.
No, making the droid is more fun.
Making the droid is more fun than making your lightsaber.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because nothing's gonna be better than Luke's saber or Darth Vader's saber.
I mean,
It's like nobody wants Billy's saber.
right, but you do.
I'd rather have like Darth Vader's or.
Okay, you don't even want to be. You just want to buy one of the ones that are already
give
done.
me Obi-Wan's. Is that you don't know?
Yeah, this people know this one.
That's right. I don't know my dumbass lightsaber. Young generations growing up with less cousins as more people choose not to have kids.
Yeah, I mean,
so there's going to be a bunch of people that don't have any cousins.
Yep.
Who's Nard going to hump?
I don't know.
He's lucky. He grew up with so many cousins.
Oh man, my new baby. I mean, she has like 27 cousins. She's good. They just live like relatively close.
It was probably in the late 90s when Nard finally had sex with somebody outside the family.
Yep,
big day.
So that was a huge day. He won't
He
talk
called
about
it a sad day.
He probably did.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, God, this feels
I'm
weird.
growing up.
I don't know. She was all right looking, but it felt weird.
Yeah. Didn't feel
Kin to
familiar.
win, man. Kin to win.
Right.
Kin ain't a sin.
Now he's fighting for his life in hospital.
Has to be all that cousin loving.
I don't think. I think it had to do with too much Ozempic.
Had to be touching himself in the crick while his cousins were in their
touching himself
bikinis.
in the crick.
Could have been that. A woman shares her strange obsession with eating tea bags and tea leaves.
Yeah, I mean it's very strange. That would be terrible, I think.
Yeah, can you imagine
Just
a woman
eating a
just
tea
eating
bag?
all those tea
Like-
bags?
Like what? Like you don't eat tea bags.
No.
You dip them in hot water and drink them.
Yeah, maybe she'll eat some Roman eye goggles too.
Okay. All right.
And genetically engineered super horses with altered DNA have been created by a lab, in this lab by scientists. So now they have super genetically engineered super horses.
Badass.
That's pretty scary.
Oh, I want one of those.
No, that doesn't sound cool.
Think of the horsepower on those.
Yeah, right. The horse is already powerful enough.
All right, well, that's it for us.
All
Maybe Nard will be back tomorrow.
Doubt it.
Probably not. But we'll be back tomorrow. See you then.